can see from their players that they don't really know how they won that game. To be fair to them,
what is he doing? For crying out loud! 80 minutes and not one bit of quality tonight.
You made this against
dirty bastards! You've done it
Where
again.
is the card?
Jesus Christ, mate!
At least we've got one on.
He's done it again. That skull buggery. He's done it again.
Yo, people, lateness is greatness. Welcome back to the Big Six. You already know what time it is. It's time for the best show on YouTube. Let's just keep it a buck. Do you know what I mean? Let's not play. What an intro. I love it. Lee.
What an intro.
What an intro. I'm honoured. I'm absolutely honoured by that, like, you know. So, listen, we've all had our meltdowns, haven't we, like, and things like that. But, Jesus Christ, you don't realise how bad, how this team can get to you, or your team, whatever team you support, can get you. Like, 1 minute you're up high and the next minute you're low. It's just, you know, unbelievable. But at the moment, I'm a very, very happy Lee. A very, very happy Lee.
When Lee grits his teeth, it's over for everybody, bruv. Just understand, it's done.
I tell you what, people that avoided me at half time on Sunday, you know, when it went 1-1, I'd gone into a meltdown, like, you know, and I lost it at half time, you know. So, but thankfully I got it round again. But yeah.
A legendary intro from a legend. You know what I can imagine Lee, right?
Yeah.
On his dinner table all the time, right? At least once a week. And his family around him thinking, any second now. Oh, this tea's fucking cold. You've done it again. Oh, man, I can just imagine him.
It's just what football does to you, Lee, isn't it? It's the way
it does.
Do
you know what? We were talking about this the other day, and this is honestly, this is true, guys. You know what I mean? Even when I play football, I'm away from football, I'm quite placid. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if I play cricket or any other game, any other sport, you know what I mean? Like, I'm well played, you know, like playing table tennis or tennis or whatever. Yeah, good shot and all that. But when you play football or you're involved in football, it just brings out the worst in people. Like, you know what I mean? You want to, you know, someone tackles you and gets up and you what? You want to have a fight with them playing football. Like, it's a mad thing, football. Just mad, you know, gets you going.
I'll give it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if someone can shout at you in the car, giving you loads of grief and all, I'll go, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but someone says, you dirty son of football for you, what? Let's have it, like, you know what I mean? I see you after the game.
We had that last show. SAEED called Tottenham bottlers, and as soon as he said that, Tobs just literally lost his head. He lost his head immediately.
You know what I mean? Your missus is a slag, yeah, or like that. Arsenal shit, you what? Come on, let's have it. Like, it's just mad, isn't it? It's just mad.
It's like, true. I'm actually known, right? I'm actually known as a community man, right? Proper, peaceful, loving man. As soon as I get on this show and they start cussing my beloved Liverpool, right? They ask them. I switch on them. I get personal. I get mad. Yeah. I've called Matisse all sorts. I've called SAEED all sorts. I physically go mad, and people are like, "Why are you so defensive?" Of like well, that's why I am. I'm defending my club on this show. It's a jungle out here, but you know what I mean. It's mad. It's proper mad.
Yeah, man. I mean, Hugh, SAEED, GRIZZ, Lee, how's everybody? All good? Big up the chat as well. Yeah,
all good.
Can't complain, man. Can't complain.
Well, I've heard before we get into it, we coming in from Mank Talk. People were saying there's some crazy madness is going on. Like,
it was crazy. Yeah. Make sure you check out Mank Talk. But yeah, man, it's something crazy going on. I might have something cooking later on, you know, for you guys. You know, I might have something cooking for you, like bit something spicy for you guys later on. But yeah, man, all good.
Things being said.
You know what I'm saying to you?
We'll wait for the full panel.
Full panel. That's all we can say. Wait for the full panel.
100%.
You know, and then they can talk for themselves. But yeah, man, all good, man, all good.
Yeah. For people in the chat, Tobs will be here very, very soon. He's just running a bit late, but he will be joining us, so don't worry about that. Once he's here, we'll add him in.
He's running home from the gym. No Uber picked him up as usual. Wherever he goes, no Ubers pick him up. You know what I mean? So
oh my God, literally. And SAEED as well. Do you know what I mean?
Toby more. It was more Toby.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was SAEED that tried to get himself killed.
The backstory people that haven't watched the New York videos, shame on you first and foremost. And the backstory is like Toby, every Uber he kept ordering in New York, no one would pick him up.
Nobody.
because Saeed would try to rob it off the driver. Then he'd start opening the driver's door.
He said, "You know what? I'll
Bro.
drive myself." Do you know what I mean? If you ain't gonna pick us up,
I'll
I'll
drive
drive. No
myself.
problem.
Do you know how mad that is,
Facts,
though, in
man.
New York to open up a driver's door? Like,
Yeah,
the
100%.
things that could have happened to Brother Saeed that evening are unspeakable.
It's mad. But let's get into that first topic, man, because they were saying it in the chat. Saeed said it, GRIZZ said it, and I said, "Wow, do you know what? That's a mad bit of breaking news today on this blue card."
Yeah.
I don't know what sport we play. If you haven't heard about this already, it said a blue card. This is from the Telegraph. The blue card will be introduced to football as part of the sin table. Trails blue card is given. The player will be removed from the field for 10 minutes if they commit a cynical foul or show dissent. Obviously, this is to the referee's discretion. What was you guys' immediate reactions to this blue card in our beloved game, our sport?
It's just not needed, is it? It was like no one was asking for it. There was no demand for it. In Ireland, we have something similar to it. In the GAA, we have what's known as a black card. They introduced that, I want to say 7 or 8 years ago now. And I think initially it was potentially a forced substitution. So if you commit a foul that the referee deemed to be cynical or deliberate, it would be a forced substitution. So that player would have to go off and you bring someone to replace him. And then I think it became a replica of rugby's sin bin. So the player would go off for so-and-so. But they're just tampering now with football almost for the sake of it. I mean, there's more important things they could add to the game than a bloody blue card. Like, for starters, I'd love to see mic'd up referees. I don't know, did you ever see the Australian referee that was mic'd up a couple years ago, Jared Gillett? It was an extremely interesting insight into the interactions between referee and player, and you're getting a lot of clarity when it comes to decisions, and you're coming away from games not questioning referees' thought processes, and either you can criticize the thought process or agree with it because you know exactly what he was thinking. They could introduce that, but their backlash to that was always, oh, but there's too much foul language and there's too much abuse towards referees. Well, the obvious thing is to punish players for using abusive language or abusing referees, and it'll be perfectly clear because it's on a microphone, you can hear it. I'd much rather, I don't know about you guys, but I'd much rather referees mic'd up, because then it stops the whole PGMOL leaking or releasing audios, and you just know what's going on. The blue card, man, it's going to add another dimension of conversation, negative conversation after games. Well, that deserved a blue card. That didn't deserve a blue card. You only won that game because this player was sent off for 10 minutes and yada, yada, yada. Mate, it's not needed. It's not needed.
I think you're spot on about, of all the things that normal fans have been crying out for. I don't know anyone, I don't know about you guys, I don't know anyone who asked for this. Like, where has this come from? Any fan base, I have no idea where a sin card, is it called a sin card? Fuck it.
SIM card? I thought you were talking about phones.
Yeah, no, let's call it a SIM card.
SIM card.
Let's call it a SIM card, yeah. Let's call it a SIM card now. Blue card, right? But that's what it is, right? It's a SIM card, isn't it? Because if you commit a sin, you're out, right? Yeah. But no one's asked for this. Like, I haven't heard it on social media. I haven't heard it on YouTube, on Twitter, or anything. No one said, oh, you know what? We need something like a sin bin for a player to go off 10 minutes. So it just shows you how out of touch they are. Like, everyone's clamoring for, like Hughie says, everyone's asking for mic'd up referees so we have clarity. And that way, like he says, whether you agree with it or you don't, at least you know the process they followed, the protocol they followed to get to that decision. So you can say, you know what I mean? All right, fair enough. If you disagree with it, or it can make sense. It shows you how out of touch they are. This is mad. Giving more power to power freaks. Really? That's what they are. Yeah. That's what they are. We know they're power freaks. Yeah. And we're giving more power to them to make more mad decisions. I feel sorry for Man United, Man City, who probably like the most that surround referees and everything. How many players are they going to have left on the pitch? Like, I don't know. Like, at any given time, there's going to be 5, 6. I'm being honest to you. Can you imagine Rodri and Silva and all these people Grealish around the referee?
Rodri's the one that's in trouble.
That's
Rodri's
10 minutes
in trouble.
each. That's 10 minutes each.
Rodri's in trouble.
Yo, Bruno's just as bad. Your mob is
yeah,
just
Bruno.
as bad.
Yeah. No, you're right. Bruno's in trouble as well. I think the biggest thing that you just said there, Grizz, is spot on, man. It's an ego kind of exercise for referees, man. Like, bro, they got enough. Like, now it's for dissent. Dissent, I don't mind, did it? Because, you know what I mean? Like, you just get on with the game, innit? You know what I'm saying? If someone's like nagging you and they're showing disrespect to you, I don't mind that. But these sim bins, man, it's just for me, it's gonna ruin the kind of enjoyment of the game, man. Because at the end of the day, like Steve was talking about in that aspect, like, listen, what about the guys who are not speaking English? What if they say, yo, listen, they say cabron? You know, they can say whatever they want to say. You know what I'm saying? They can say whatever they
Hold
want
on,
to say. Different
hold on.
languages.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What did you just say?
No, I'm not gonna repeat it. You know what I mean?
No. What does that mean? Can someone tell us in the chat what cabron means?
Brother, this is a worldwide audience. Someone will clock you in that chat.
Someone will clock you. You trying to
someone will clock you, man. Someone will say.
What language is that?
I'm just saying, like, it doesn't. It's a Spanish. But for me, like, it's just one of them where I'm like, what constitutes as a sin bin? Like, are they gonna VAR it? Is it one of them where, like, you know, can you not say anything back? Like, what if you disagree with the referee? Like,
and
you could be saying,
what's the maximum blue cards you can have at once? Like, can you have two players off for 10 minutes? And like, who's going to keep track of that time?
In rugby, it's limitless. In rugby, it's totally limitless as to how many people can go on the sin bin. I don't know if they're going to follow the whole rugby system with it, but I just think it's so silly because we're complaining for so long about the poor level of officiating we have in the English Premier League, which is supposed to be the best league in the world. And we're now rewarding incompetent referees with a license to essentially dish out blue cards when and how they feel like it. Because how do you constitute a cynical foul? Can you show me black and white? What's the difference between a cynical foul and a non-cynical foul? The only one off the top of my head I can think of is a counter attack and a defensive midfielder hacks down an oncoming attacker. But other than that, cynical foul, it's such a vague term, and you're giving referees license to now dish these out. And also, in addition to this, it's going to slow up the game massively because if you look at rugby and even with Gaelic football, like I've compared it to, since they've introduced sin bins and black cards to these sports, they're spending so much time on TMOs and VARs and Hawkeyes trying to decide, is it a sin bin? Is it a black card? Is it a blue card? Extra time is going to continue to get added on. If we think there's loads of extra time being added on right now, we're going to see 120 minutes, 130 minutes of football regularly in games where there's lots of cynical fouls. It's too vague. It's too vague for me.
We're basically getting extra time, is what you're saying.
But don't you love that? But don't you love the dark arts, though? Don't you love sometimes you get a cheeky little pull on the halfway line? You know, go on, Lee. It's all part of the game, innit? You know what I'm saying, Lee? Like, it's all part of the game.
You know, when you say about dark arts, you know, like sometimes, say, like for the players running through, it's got to go through your mind. If I bring him down here, I'm going to get sent off. Yeah. And also going to get a game ban. But now, like, you know what I mean? Oh, we only get 10 minutes. Well, rugby tackle this one, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just going to make it a nonsense. I'll tell you what. So I was just saying earlier on my channel, like, you know, sometimes you have to look at rules and you go, yeah, I'll go back to when, you know, the back pass rule was coming in and all that. Oh, that's not going to work. It's probably one of the best rules that's ever made in football. Like, you know, but over the last 3 or 4 years, the rules that they're making now have been piss poor. Not really. If we've been really honest, do we enjoy football as much as we did back 10 years ago? No, definitely not. Like, you know, like the last great game of football in the Premier League was Chelsea versus Tottenham, the Battle of the Bridge. Why? Because there was skullduggery in it. There was like flying tackles in there, and we all love a tackle. I don't care what anybody says. We all like a little bit of the dark arts and everything like that. And for me, you know, why blue card as well? What's all that about? Like, you know, I mean, it's just, I honestly thought, I woke up this morning, when I see that day, I said, well, is it ain't April the 1st already, is it? You know what I mean? But like, it's just ridiculous. Also, and I just hope it don't happen.
Imagine the referee getting his cards out. It's got 3. It's already bad enough 2 in there. Like, got 3 in there. Oh, which one is it? Blue today? Is it red? Is it yellow? Like, what do I bring out?
I'm waiting for the referees because there's going to be one plum. They're all plums, but there's going to be one special plum that's going to pull out the wrong card because he's got 3 of them.
For sure.
And then he's going to realize, oh shit, wrong one.
For sure.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that one. But I think Huey made the point about how you're going to differentiate. I think that's going to be the biggest argumentative issue. Like that foul, what we all know happens, right? When you're on the halfway line, and it's 2 against 2 situation or 3 against 2 situation, and it's the slightest of pulls or slightest of tugs. Is that a yellow card? Because that's, since we've known football, all of us, that's a yellow card. Is that now suddenly going to be a blue card? Is that going to be cool? Because that's what cynical foul is. Yeah. Or is it going to be only strictly back chatting? Because if it's to bring in no back chatting to the referee, that could be the only consolation, only good thing about it. It won't be, but that's the only thing I can think of.
It kind of like, it makes it a lot. Now, you don't have the mics, which is what kind of Hugh suggested, which would have just given the full transparency, but at least you know it's for dissent. and it's not for tactical fouls or
Yeah.
just because shirt pulls and stuff, that is all part of the game. Even in Sunday League when you used to play when you was younger, like that's just part of, if that's not in the game, I'm sorry, it's not the game anymore. Because now it's just a little, it's futsal, or maybe it's goals, you know, five-a-side. You may as well play that because it's not got that.
You may end up with five-a-side, mate.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's true. But you know what it is, yeah? Do you reckon they've actually, like, you know, because, you know, on like social media, we always say that could be a potentially orange card. Like, it's not a red card, but it's not a yellow card. But yeah, so basically, they've basically looked at the fans and thinking, we've seen some terminologies in there. We've seen some ideas from the fans that maybe another card, they're looking for another card. So maybe they've come out of here thinking, you know what, let's just get a blue card, that's a sin bin, basically.
Yeah,
so I actually think maybe they've looked at the fans, what they're looking at, thinking, nah, but it's not a red card. It's in between a yellow and a red, but it's not really a red. So I reckon, because remember the Kovacic foul, was it in the Arsenal game, where people thought it wasn't a red card, but then it was like, oh, but it's not a yellow card. You know what I mean? Like they were in between.
So is it going to be, so check this out. So I've got a question for you, son. Is this going to be between the yellow and red, or is it going to be between nothing and a yellow? If you know what I mean.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
What is this?
Like, is it going to take less to get a card now? Like, is this going to have to be the cleanest game of your life to not get a card on this pitch? Kind of.
I think
you got to be going around like this on fucking tiptoes. Fucking, no one to get any cardboard.
That's what makes it most difficult to understand, because I think it's actually on both sides of the yellow card. It's both between nothing and yellow, and both between a yellow and a red. Because a cynical foul is somewhere between a yellow and a red. You would agree. Yeah. And then dissent is somewhere between nothing and a yellow. So it's not actually set in stone as to what it is. No. And there's so many other things feeding into it. The most recent super chat there, the blue one, says injuries are going to rise too. Muscles won't come down. Yeah, players going off for 10 minutes in the middle of January in fucking, I don't know, Manchester or Newcastle, sitting down for 10 minutes after being in the heat of a game. Their muscles all warmed down.
Do you know what you're going to find out in it? Do you know what they're going to find now, innit? You're going to have ice baths, tubs, right, on the sidelines. People running or hot baths. And bikes, exercise
on the side, like
exercise bikes. Stay warm, son. Stay warm, son.
It's true, you know, because then you come back a little bit rusty. Yeah, it's true. Can you imagine?
The other thing which is bad about it, I think, which is a worry. Say if you from a fan's point of view, I'm looking at it as a fan. Two teams going at it toe to toe, like one gets one sin bin. So what are they going to do for the next 10 minutes? Not going to go for it, are they? They're going to all sit back in there and get that back. I know. Bit boring football, like, you know. And then when it comes back on again, it's going to go. I think it's just going to ruin it as a spectacle as well. Like, I don't think they've took that into consideration, because professionals will be professionals, and they go, right, we've got to sit in now for 10 minutes. You know, dark arts, slow the game down and everything like that. And all of a sudden, you've had this great game where they've both been going at it. And the reason probably why there's a yellow card or a card in it is because they're both going at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're just going to stand off each other for 10 minutes. Oh, we come back. No, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to see the light of day properly. I think they're going to trial it with the FA. Sefrin at UEFA has already said, we're not having that with any UEFA competitions. Okay. So it's literally only the English FA who are trying this thing out, but I don't really see it personally.
Let's get to some super chats. JC's bigging up Lee coming in early doors, which is great to see, saying Lee Judges, you know, I mean, like my favorite Arsenal fan, big up, which is great to see. I don't
even know I say that, but
neither do I.
People you pick up on certain things, you know, so you know what I mean, and like, there you go.
Sadiq is saying blue card means the games will be decided by referees' emotional state, giving the incompetent referees more power to mess it up crazy. Do you know what? That's true, you know, because people forget that referees get emotional as well. They get emotionally involved in the game. Like, they're not just robots going out there and just forgetting what happened 5 minutes ago. Like, they're actually carrying previous incidences with them, you know. I don't know, especially if they got history with the player as well. Maybe they back chatted in the past, now they got a lower tolerance for today. You know
the way Lee was saying, Lee was saying if they have the cycling bikes on the side of the pitch for players that would have to stay warm. Tell you what, there's some players over the years will just become professional cyclists. Fernandinho's, Roy Keane, these kind of guys, man. They, like, imagine the blue card in like the 2000 or the beginning of the Premier League up to like 2010. It would be
Imagine the
flashed like
referees.
a fucking.
Imagine the referees flashing out blue on your bike, son.
Yeah.
Armstrong will be sponsoring Manchester City, wouldn't he? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira in those games, they probably play about half an hour each, to be honest.
Yeah.
Max.
They'd just be cyclists for the day. They'd be in their cycling shorts and their helmets.
Remember that game, Lee? Do you remember that game 2005 when we stopped your invincible kind of, with the 49 unbeaten run? That game was crazy. We could have had a couple of red cards in that game. It was a nasty game.
Yeah.
So imagine that was around then, mate. Flipping,
listen, Arsenal would have had it'd been 7 against 11, wouldn't it? But
yeah,
you know what? You go back to that game, but even though it was on the wrong side of us, and there's this face it, nothing to do with the cards, just piss poor refereeing from who was it?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name now. Riley, when it might right back.
Matt Riley.
But at the end of the day, it still was a great game of football. It's tackles flying, getting in there. I love it all. You know what I mean? But
we're going to lose memorable games. That was a memorable game.
Yeah, memorable game. You know what I mean? So listen. Sometimes you get them on your side. As I say, I look back at that Stamford Bridge game. Spur,
the bridge. It
was brilliant. You know what I mean? People diving into tackles, letting them. And the referee couldn't keep up with the bookings as well, because there's a couple of Spurs players that should be himself, but he couldn't keep up with it because there was another foul game. Fantastic.
Another thing we haven't mentioned, right? We've covered this brilliantly, I think, but another thing we haven't mentioned is the fans. Remember Liverpool, Arsenal last season? They went there, Xhaka, little bit of dissent, little bit of back and forth, bit of chat, gets the whole atmosphere going, tackles and player beefs. That gets the atmosphere going. We already in England have dead enough atmospheres at the big clubs as it is. It's not really maybe on levels of Germany and other countries where it's a bit different because of the price cap and all these things that come into it, all the other factors. But the atmospheres are probably going to suffer as well. If the game is more policed and it's less physical and less, it's not going to be the same.
The emotion out of the game further. When we brought VAR in, everyone immediately said it's going to take an element of the emotion out of the game. This is the next stage, the next evolution of taking the emotion out of the game. And it's also going to stop great narratives like personal beefs on the pitch. This player is up against this player again. Remember that time he crunched him, and what's it going to be like when they're up against each other? Because no one's going to be going in with these powerful, aggressive tackles because they're afraid they're going to get blue flashed in their face.
Mad.
For real, man.
This is another super chat coming here. It says, just came to smash the like. We'll watch later. Have to go shovel snow off the driveway. Okay, love for the love. I'm not going to say that last part, but you know what it is. Big up, bro. Much appreciated. Another one here coming in. So they refused it. Implemented auto offside tech just to approve more subjective power to incompetent refs. It's a great point. It's obvious they want to impact games and titles. Wow. The auto offside tech was such an easy W to take for this league, and they still didn't. So that's a great point. Yes, this is exactly what the sport needed. Given these dumb refs more power, Anthony Taylor is going to have an average age 5 blue cards a half.
Center of attention. They're going to be center of attention.
Main character syndrome.
When they shouldn't be.
Big up, guys. Can the goalie be? Wow, this has been. Wow, I didn't even think of this. Can you imagine having no goalkeeper? Oh my god,
bro. A
goalie can't really commit a cynical foul that constitutes a blue card. A goalie cynical foul, it's a red card because it's a red card.
Yeah.
Can he backchat? Can the referee hear the goalkeeper backchat from all the way over there?
Can you imagine?
You do get.
What did you say? Running over to him. Blue card.
There are keepers. So Emmanuel Martinez, he's one example where he's always on the ref.
He's a talker. Yeah.
He's a talker, man.
Yeah,
so it's not as if we don't get no talkers, man. You know what I'm saying? So
wow, some great points, man. Well, anyway, let's move on because we definitely got to give a segment to my beloved Chelsea. Gonna have a lovely big praise session over this beautiful win at Villa Park.
It's magic,
called it.
Mauricio. I did call it. I told you.
You did. He rang me.
Yeah, I rang you.
You did.
There you go.
I don't know where that confidence came from. I don't know if you was trying to jinx it or what was going on. But that performance is the only performance I think.
Hold on, so the other day he was North London, Arsenal forever, and yesterday he was Chelsea, was he?
No, I predicted.
You're losing it, son.
What's your prediction?
You're losing it.
No, I said what's my prediction? Because I said 3-1, and it happened 3-1. And I was like, listen, the players are playing for the manager. Chelsea are back, and this is where the season starts again. That's all I
Wow.
said, and I was vindicated.
I don't know
You
if
know?
Do you
believe that
believe
last
that,
part.
Saeed, though? Do you actually believe that?
He does not.
Well, I think Matisse will elaborate on that. I think as well, give his opinions on that one. So this is what the Chelsea reps say. I just, I give that little bit, something
You just
there,
tee
I
it
drop
up.
it.
You play the pass.
know.
I take the
Yeah,
shot. Okay.
yeah, exactly. There you
I
go,
get
man.
it.
York
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Cole,
yeah.
Drogba, and
Anelka.
so
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
Anelka, there you go, man.
No,
Legend.
listen. I mean, obviously the Palace build-up is coming after this in the Premier League. I think we play Monday, but it was actually the best performance of the season. I can't lie. It come out of absolutely nowhere. You talk about Chelsea like this season. I don't think they've really had a complete performance more than 3 or 4 occasions from minute 0 to 90. And this game here, they just absolutely blew Villa away. Like the quality of the goals, I've never seen a long-range strike from anyone for I don't know how many months, maybe even a year or so. And it was just perfect. Like, it's very strange because the club is literally in crisis. There's a culture crisis, there's character crisis, there's everything. Everybody's pointing the fingers at each other, the microscopes on the manager, the directors, the players. And for us to drop 2 senior players as well in Silver and Sterling, they went to the bench. Obviously, it's a team that's very young. I think it's the youngest team in the Premier League as it is. And the young guys out there just went and demolished Villa. I think they have got the 3rd or maybe joint 2nd best home record in the league. I mean, I was shocked. I did not see that coming at all, man. It was a proper performance. Now, is it going to happen again? We don't know. You know what I mean? This is why we're mid-table. But I actually, for once, have to shout out every player on the pitch and even the manager. They got it all spot on. Jackson come back. He was the glue, linked it up lovely, played on the left and kind of cut in a lot. Enzo was brilliant. I know people are onto Enzo at the moment. Absolutely slapped it top bins. Gallagher, Caicedo, they was great. The defense, and this is coming straight after Bella Silva as well, was like, yeah, we need to make a change. And then the next change is hubby's on the bench, husband's on the bench. and the clean sheet up until he comes on. So listen, I don't know what's going to happen there. It is a bit of a hold that moment.
Before we do big him up, because you're right, it deserves bigging up. What do you think about that situation though? Do you think that was because of that, or is he just being rested?
So for me, I would have assumed that he was rested regardless, because it's a cup game, 3 games a week. It's a 39-year-old, you'd want to look after him. But it is ironic that it comes at that time. And I think for me, even though people agree with her in the Chelsea fan base, like a lot of fans are obviously quite like behind her because she's rallying up the troops and she's speaking out and she goes to games and she's very much amongst the supporters. She'll be amongst them before, after kickoff, take pictures. So she's very much loved. But I also, when I saw the tweet, I knew it would have to get retracted, or it would have to come up with a follow-up apologizing or something, because no club allows any family members or presenters for their shows, or anybody in the inner circle. I call it the bubble, right? If you're in the players bubble, even if you're not contractually obliged to do anything, there's the unwritten rules, which is you have to act right on the social media front. You can't just say whatever you want about the club. She obviously took a different route. She had to put out a follow-up tweet. It's just not ideal.
What did the follow-up tweet say?
I think it was like, I'm sorry if my tweet caused a lot of reaction. I just want what's best for the club. And yeah, like I said, it's just everybody's got to play their role, as Saeed says. Do you know what I'm saying? Not everybody can do that. It's people say like it's not freedom of speech, but in any company, in any institution, there is no real freedom of speech. You can't cuss out the company you work for. You can't cuss out the manager you work for without there being repercussions and just say, oh, I just said what I felt. That's just not how life works, unfortunately. So I just feel like even if you agree with her, you got to understand that it's not a silencing thing where it's only Chelsea. I think every club would have done what Chelsea did, which was a little conversation behind the scenes. Yo, put that tweet away. That can't run. So, but yeah, I mean, it begs the question, is he going to like come back in? Because defensively, we were really good, man. Like, you talk about a team that wants to press high. You look at Liverpool, look at Spurs, Postecoglou, Klopp, and other teams as well. You need quick centre-backs, and Silva's not the quickest. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to be compact and you're going to press from the front and you're going to keep the spaces close together and everybody, working as one unit, then you gotta have quick centre backs. If you're not gonna have quick centre backs, you gotta drop the press and defend a bit deeper. So if Poch is gonna keep going down this route, then yeah, he's gonna need to potentially look at that situation. But I'm just happy to be in the next round. I think we're the only London club left. I have to be a bit shameless. What I say is true. You know, what I say is true.
No, it's true. It's facts.
Yeah,
Yeah, the facts.
You hear that, Lee? Only London club left, you know.
No, you know. Listen, they're actually messing us up. They're actually messing us up because the chances are now they're gonna beat Leeds, and that means that our game against them is called off. And that means we ain't got a game for 2 weekends because obviously, like, that game's the weekend before the international break.
Oh, okay.
So we could be off to Dubai again, like, you know. So thanks to Chelsea, like, you know. So
it served you well though, didn't it, last time? So you know,
served well. So maybe another one that could be on the cards. But yeah, we play on the Champions League game on the Tuesday, and then we don't. Our next game, then, if which I suspect that Chelsea will beat Leeds at home, will be like Manchester City away on Easter Sunday. So it's Chelsea like causing us a few little problems. And I've been told that the game will then be put in the week before the Spurs game, like, you know. So come on, Leeds United. That's what I say, like, you know.
Mad.
No, but you know what though? Did you feel like Poch is a bit like, I don't know, man. I felt like a sense of like he was a bit not rattled, but like charged up a little bit. His press conference is very animated. He was emotional. He was like, "Yo, you the media, you know, making stuff up now." Like, listen, I don't know if it helps his case. I think he's just got to keep low on, man. Like, I know you went against Aston Villa, but relax. Like, you're still under pressure. You know, listen, I don't know if they're still. I don't think it's like a case like the players are against him, but I feel like he's struggling to translate what's on the football pitch and his tactics and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they were just relieved. I watched the press conference, Chilwell and Gallagher. They were just like relieved to win a game, man. You know what I'm saying?
I never see it coming. To be honest, I actually tuned in to see like, and I actually thinking like, you know, this could be like Pochettino's last game. That's how I did feel it. I think, you know, I have to say, so impressed with Chelsea. Like, they, you know, people keep going to me, "Oh, Villa were poor." They was made to look poor. You know, Chelsea would run all over them. Like, you know, I have to say, and it was a big surprise for me. You know, credit to Chelsea, but I also have to say this, and I question players on this. Like, why have they put it in a cup game? Because they can win the cup. Where in the league they can't win the league, so they're not as up for it. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see what happens with Chelsea in the next couple of games.
It's one of those new competition, fresh motivation. It is. I think there is an element of that, Lee. I think, you know, like when you set off in a different competition, hey,
clean slate.
Yeah. You just think to yourself, right, fresh competition. We're still in this. We've got a chance to progress. Leeds in the next round. Let's, you know, and maybe I was gonna say too cool. Maybe Pochettino has stumbled across a magic formula, and that formula is playing players in their right position. Whoa, like a right back at right back instead of Axel Disaster playing at right back. A left back. He
was brilliant, by the way. You guys been on to him, but that game he was quality.
Yeah, but one game.
I know, but he was quality.
So, and you've been playing a brilliant. A player who had a brilliant season at centre back for Brighton. You've been playing him at left back, Colwill. So suddenly you put Chilwell at left back. Gusto you signed as a right back. You played him at right back. And you know, and my man Action Jackson, big up Action Jackson, came back storming.
Left wing Action Jackson.
Great finish, by the way. Great finish.
Yeah, he scored a header. I was shocked.
Great finish.
I'm looking at my FPL this weekend and I'm thinking,
What FPL, man? I'm finished on that app, mate.
Yeah,
crazy.
You're shit.
Maybe they're a cup team, man. Maybe Pochettino's doing the reverse of what he did at Tottenham. Remember at Tottenham, he got them kind of up the league a bit, and they were pretty well no use in the cup. And now at Chelsea, they're useless in the league, and they're doing all right in the cup.
But the goals weren't the high line goals. You know how normally Aston Villa concede goals from the high line. It weren't that. You know, like the first goal, good strike. The second goal, good bit of work on the right hand side, head on. Obviously, the third goal, Enzo Fernandez, like unbelievable free kick. So it's not as if they like Villa were poor, man. They were getting pressed in midfield, they were getting battled in midfield. Like they couldn't really create that many chances. Like, yo, listen, Chelsea played well, man. They dominated from minute 0 to 90, man. They were excellent yesterday. But like I said, again though, you win one game and then it doesn't count for anything. Can they now build a run in? Can you now translate that to the Premier League? Like, this is the issue with Chelsea. Like, we spoke about it at the start of the season. Like, can they get a run 3-4 games now? You know, starting at Crystal Palace, then going on and pushing on. I'm not sure, man. It's just the mentality, it's the tactics, it's everything that surrounds your club. Like, I don't know, man. We can really judge this Chelsea team based on this one performance. So we'll see. We'll see what they do, eh?
Before we go to Palace predictions, just quickly, because this is unprecedented, right? Back-to-back mid-table seasons, 11th. I don't think any of your clubs have been 11th from what I can remember in terms of like maybe finishing position in the last, I don't know, 20, 25 years. I don't, maybe Man City. Maybe Man City. But Hugh don't remember that. He don't think about that rubbish. He just leave that, alone. No problem. That's not an issue.
I think you lot was before Roman.
Okay. Oh! Do you know what? Actually, we haven't been in this position since the early 90s. So it's not about right. People forget before Roman, he's a rattler, isn't he? He wants another argument like last week. before Roman, we had Hasselbank. We had quality players. We had Flo. People forget we had good players. So yeah, for me, it's early 90s. I think it's 1990. I can't remember the exact date. 1992 or 1993 season. You have to go back to that before you see us. And obviously the 10th position under Conte, I think it was, when he was in this. Oh, sorry, before Conte, Mourinho, before he was sacked. If you guys were Chelsea fans, right? Don't puke. But if you were Chelsea fans, what would be your stance on the manager? Would you be calling for your manager's head in 11th in this predicament? Or are you patient?
Get him out.
Ask the others before you get to me.
Saeed would have been gone by now, bro.
No, I would have been finished. I don't know how you're surviving, bro.
The curtains would be on the wall. The curtains would be
protesting.
Yeah. The curtains would be on the garden wall.
The curtains would be, man. Wallahi, crazy.
It depends. It depends who the manager is, though, doesn't it? Like, it depends.
Yeah.
Depends what the kind of trajectory feels like and what kind of credit they have in the bank. Like, I mean this genuinely. If Pep went on next season to have 2 seasons in a row of finishing 10th and 11th, I would not call for his head. I promise you I would not call for his head, because he has that credit in the bank. He has that love from us. It all depends on who it is.
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you know what I think is funny? Because if he was at Arsenal, you'd be either going mad. Do you know what I mean? But when it's another team, you're a little bit more rational.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel that, there's certain things going on at Chelsea. People will turn around and say no. And I feel with Pochettino, I think that they should give him a little bit more time, because I think that he is a decent manager. But if that was Arsenal, when we keep losing, I'd be losing it by now. Like, I know. So there you go. So it's very difficult watching it when it's not your team. But listen, if he can continue to get you 11th for the next 5 years, stick with him.
Mad.
Trust the process.
That's
trust
crazy.
it. Trust.
I should not ask this question.
You fucking get out of my club. Get out of my club.
Wait, who's that?
That's what you would have been done, man.
Who's that supposed to be?
So he's saying, he's definitely copying leader.
I didn't get it. That was nothing like me. That was absolutely nothing like me. That's a shit impression, man. Don't do that again.
Sadiq is saying a wag is Chelsea's fan base leader. Embarrassing. And obviously as well, another blue card super chat, just 5 minutes. What's going to happen if the blue card 5 minutes to the final whistle? Thanks for the show, guys. Another great point, by the way.
That is a great point.
What's going to happen? It's meant to be 10 minutes.
Over.
Basically your game, bro. Yeah, your game's done.
Yeah.
I actually want games to be over, man. It's getting too much now. It's like 10 o'clock, 10:15, bro. I'm like, yo, listen, we need to just end the game, bro. I've seen enough game, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're like, bro, end the stream, man.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it.
End the game, Dave. End the game.
The games are definitely feeling longer. It's that added on time, minutes now 10 minutes and rubbish like that.
Yeah, man.
6 months of outrageous Chelsea takes, and Maz still manages to make debut on appearance on Sky Sports.
All right, big up, man.
All right, by the way.
Everybody in the chat, man.
He's one of our own. He's one of our own.
Live on Sky Sports,
He's one
I
of
don't
our own.
on the big screen.
Come on.
Thank you,
It's
man.
it, man.
I appreciate it.
You know,
yeah.
you know your takes are gonna be like you have to be on form because they're gonna be
I
on.
know.
You know them Sky Sports crowd.
Yeah,
they
I know.
move different. You
I
know what
know.
I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna
yo.
get up early. I'm gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna make sure that
Yeah.
I'm well fed. You know, yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
in.
yeah.
I'm going in supercharged because
I'm
if
gonna do a
I
hate along.
Brilliant. Shall
Yo,
we all
man.
do it? We should all do it.
that's actually mad, you know.
We should all do
The
it.
World Cup final for. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hate along. What's
Nah,
he talking about?
honestly,
Who's
big
that
up.
nerd?
Big up.
Who's that nerd?
Right. Let's get to Palace Chelsea prediction. Let's get this game out of the way. Let's lead with Tobs
Where's
is
Tobis, man?
Toby's not here, but he went with a 2-0 Chelsea win. So we'll get that sorted. Hopefully he's
Okay.
here before the next fixture. Lee, what's your prediction, bro? Go.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that as well. 2-0. I think like Palace, got a few injuries now, haven't they? Like I think Palace are struggling, to be honest. So yeah, it is at Palace as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I still think Chelsea would be too strong from 2-0.
Okay. Turkish has gone for a 3-1 Chelsea win.
Oh, that's a surprise. 3-1. Like,
he loves that.
that's part of his phone number and all. You dial it up and it's 3-1.
So Lee knows as well, you know. Lee knows as well. Lee knows.
Saeed, what's yours for this one?
Yeah, I was gonna go 2-0 Chelsea as well, man. Yeah, 2-0
Okay.
Chelsea, man.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a 2. I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win as well. Yeah. Hugh, what about you, bro?
Everyone's gonna
I
go
was gonna go
2-0.
2-0,
What's
but-
this?
Yeah, we gotta be different, man. We gotta be different. I'm gonna go 2-1. I'll go 2-1.
GRIZZ, what about you, bro? Tough.
I'm gonna go 1-0
Okay.
Chelsea.
One Chelsea. Okay. All right. Cool. Interesting. Wow. This is crazy. People actually predicting us to win. This is mad. I'm gonna soak this up. Big up everybody in the chat. Hope we don't want to let you down now. Make you look silly. See the predictions in the chat. Big up everybody there. Some nice predictions. Hopefully we do well. Let's move on to the next game. Villa versus Manchester United. Saeed was doing some opposition analysis, some scouting.
Yep.
I'm guessing he wasn't very impressed. You must be confident.
No, listen, I don't know, man, because like I said, every time they've lost, they've had a big reaction, man. I think obviously Sheffield United is a different situation, but they've got back-to-back losses now at Villa Park. Newcastle, I was very, very shocked. You know what's mad about the Newcastle one? It's the way it happened. 1, 2, 3, boom. Like, you know what I mean? They capitulated. Same with Chelsea, like 1, 2, 3, bang, the game's over. But I still got to respect them in a way, like, you know, the way they play football. You know what I mean? I think Douglas Luiz, they've got solid midfield. I only look at their defense and I'm like, I know Pau Torres is on the bench here, but their defense, Carlos and Longley, I mean, come on, man. That is, if we can get some, you know what I mean, advantage over that. And listen, for all Cash is going forward well and Moreno going back here, they're very, very, what do you call it? They're very, very suspect in that regards. You know what? Shall we just pause this? I think I don't want to pause this. If that's all right. I just want to give something that's brought.
I know what you're going to say.
Do you want to play the?
I know what you're going to say. Van der
It's
Beek
fine.
is better than Gundogan, one. And second of all,
Oh my days.
Van der Beek is better than
Gundogan. You mad?
Van
You
der
mad?
Beek is better than Gundogan. And second
Put
of
the Marshall screensaver back on there.
Van der Beek, he is. Second of all, Rodri's so basic. Van der Beek has way more in his game. Rodri's basic as hell.
Bang, see you later, you go in prison. You go in prison. And you're getting named and shamed.
Oh my
That's
god.
fine. I'll eat that one up.
Whoa.
That's fine. I'll eat that one up. It's all
Hey,
good.
listen.
No, lock
Hey.
off the show. Lock off the whole show.
Lock
I'm
off
shutting
the
it
show,
down.
man.
Oh my god.
Yo, it's crazy. Just a Mazzolini.
I know what I've said. I know Tobs has got some stinky ones in his back pocket.
I'm not
I
gonna
didn't
lie.
know.
It's
I
me,
didn't
though.
know.
That's fine.
Hugh is gonna be pissed.
me.
Hugh's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be thinking you've just cussed my flipping childhood hero.
Hugh's smashing plates right now. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
Hey. You know what's
I didn't do it on
yeah,
purpose.
yeah. No. You know what's
I actually didn't do it on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
go on.
No. Go. You go.
You explain yourself.
I was going to say, there needs to be context applied. That was 4
No,
years
no,
ago.
no, 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 no.
That's fine. Okay, cool, no problem. No context. No context applied. No problem. That was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this Donny had just moved from Ajax to Man United. I rated Van der Beek high, so I'm not even ashamed of that one. That's fine. If you want to flog me. That's fine. That was 2020.
You are a bona fide hater, Tobs. You know that. You're just a total. You hate Manchester City. You do.
Wait.
So
wait.
What? Listen. Hang on. I know now why you were shutting down all my Gundogan props for the last 6 months. You just dislike Manchester City. You just dislike us. That's fine. You've been on this for ages now. As long as I've known you. I'm sick of you. I've had enough.
So wait. I dislike Man City, right?
Dude.
Because I rate Rodri higher now than I did back then. Because I rate Stones higher than I did back then, right? You can go back and find the clips where I told Steve I didn't really rate John Stones. So
Blue card.
people are putting the blue card. Calm now. But the point I'm making is this:
you can change your mind. You can change your mind. That's what football.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
You can change your mind 100%. And what's mad is Man City fans will flog me now and say, "Oh no, Tobes, you're talking rubbish." The same certain groups of Man City fans didn't rate Rodri when he first came. In his first season, they didn't rate Rodri. They said this guy can't lace Fernandinho's boots. That's what they said.
I hear you. I agree with you.
That's what they said. And it's not just me.
4 years ago, Tobes, Gundogan was having some of the best seasons of his life.
No, he wasn't.
Gundogan was cold.
In 2020.
2020, 2021, 2022, all those years, he was class.
Yeah, so that video was done early 2020, 2021 season. So that would have been done maybe like September or something. September 2021. Oh, sorry, September 2020. Come on, man. Come off it.
It's mad that they want a blue card. You just arrived.
Come off it. I love it.
Everybody's
Putting blue cards
It's
in
fine.
the chat. Like, it's fantastic.
They want him sin bin for 10 minutes.
That's fine.
You know what's mad? Yeah.
Go on. Go on.
No, you know what's mad? You know what's mad? Big Steve, when he showed me on a Mank talk, he said, I said it. I said, hold on a minute. I've said Harry Beckenbauer. I said a lot of bad stuff on this show, yeah. I can admit that. But I was like, nah, I respect I respect Gundogan. You know what I mean? I respect, because at that time he was doing well. And then I checked the video, and then it was Toby. I was like, what? Toby said that. I was like, yo, of all the people, like Toby's got elite ball knowledge. Like he's got good ball knowledge on this show. I respect that, yeah. So I was like, Toby. I was like, yeah, he can hold that. You know what I'm saying? He can hold that. And
we should be protecting our knowledgeable guy, but we've just ruined his credibility.
It's fine, man. I'll build it back up again.
Someone said I was.
I just want to make it clear to Hugh.
I wasn't agreeing.
I just want to make it clear to Hugh that I don't have an agenda against Man City. Like Hugh actually, because I've spoken on Grealish and I said Grealish wasn't worth 100 M's. Because I said Phil Foden is a baller. I need him to play like a baller more often than not. I have an agenda against Man City. I do not have an agenda against Man City.
He's got more of an agenda against
Man
Liverpool. Yeah, I was going to say, he's got far more of an agenda against Liverpool, and he openly admits it. That I hate Liverpool and the fan base. You say it, Tobs. Come on. You hate.
I don't hate Liverpool. I hate Liverpool fans. I hate your fan base. I can't stand your fan base. I cannot stand your fan base.
People are tweeting.
To be fair,
right
Grizz, he doesn't like. He hates Liverpool fan base. He definitely hates Chelsea fan base, and he hates Arsenal fan base. So
And he hates Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
I don't hate Jack Grealish. I just think he's not worth 100 million. He's been a flop.
You can testify for me on this. Every day in New York, it's like I was on Tobes' list of things to do for the day. How can I go and annoy Hugh about Jack Grealish? I'd be sitting there eating my lunch, and he'd be like, "Yeah, you know, Grealish is shit."
Okay, guys, let me tell you this. I'm just gonna before we move on then. So when Paul Pogba went to Man United, he was flogged because he didn't live up to the potential. He cost 98 million. When I'm trying to there's so many big money signings for flipping Chelsea. Lukaku. When Lukaku went to Chelsea, 98 million, didn't live up to potential. He got flogged. So my viewpoint is this: I want equality. I want every player to be judged fairly, and I don't like the fact that just because you play for the best team in the land,
and they win all the trophies, you should be exempt from criticism when you don't live up to your price tag. This guy is not £100 million player. Full stop. He wasn't £100 million player before he joined Man City when he was way better. When I rated Grealish higher, and I still think Grealish is a good player. I just don't think he's been that good at Man City, and I don't think he's been worth the money. That's it.
Player. Let's be real. There's no one justifies transferring for £100 million, and I was totally down to what the valuation was.
Mbappe has. Neymar has. Declan Rice cost 105 million. They overpaid, but he's doing the job at Arsenal.
Yes, thank you, Charles.
Does it warrant £105 million or whatever it was?
No. I said Arsenal overpaid for Declan Rice, but he is justifying his price tag to a certain extent. You can't look at it and say Arsenal spunk money down the drain.
In that league title run, though.
Toby, Jack Grealish was integral to our most successful season ever, a treble season. He played every week, all the big games. He scored against all the top 6 teams last season. I think bar Tottenham.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this. Any reasonably good player could slot into that Man City system and give you what Jack Grealish did. Genuinely, I believe that.
Well, Doku hasn't, and he's come in. He hasn't done what Jack
21 years old. Doku's 21 years old, bro.
Any reasonable player. Doku's obviously
any reasonable player, yes. So you say Doku hasn't. What has Jack Grealish done in the same season Doku's been there? What's Jack Grealish done this season? Tell me. What's he done this season? When both players have played, who's been better this season? Doku or Grealish? Who's been better this season when they played? Doku or Grealish? Tell me.
Grealish is far more important to the way we play. Absolutely, hands down.
No. Why are you not answering my question? You said Doku hasn't done it, so I asked you a question. You said Doku hasn't done it, so I asked you a question. When both guys have played for Man City this season, who has been better?
Grealish.
So you honestly believe that Jack Grealish, when he's played this season, has been better than Jeremy Doku?
He scored 3 and 3 with the last time he was playing.
You're a disgrace. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're such a liar. You were literally waxing lyrical about Doku like a couple months back, and now you're come on.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You're such a liar. You're such a liar. Wow.
Where is Grealish now? Is he injured? Is he injured or something?
He's not injured. He's not injured. He's not stopped playing. He's just stopped playing.
Why is he not playing?
Pep's not really feeling him this year. Probably.
Very awkward silence.
He was.
It's one of them where I feel like you can admit though Doku's having a better season than Grealish, but also Grealish is overall a better player than Doku. It's just Guardiola though. Guardiola chooses and picks who he likes and what flavour of the month. Like he didn't play with wingers against Brentford. Both on the bench, weren't they? So I don't know, man.
I don't think it's. I'm with Huey a little bit. Not totally, because I don't think Doku's having an amazing season. He had a couple of games against the basement team.
Having a better season than Grealish.
Very early on, Doku was exciting. But it's like what
he done a couple of St. Maxim's bits and bobs, right? Then what?
Yeah, he rinsed Trent. He rinsed Trent in one game. That was about it.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, did you win that game? No. So then what? What was the point? The point is, like Grealish is. I think Grealish is underrated, guys. I think you lot
totally,
or some of you.
I have him at Arsenal tomorrow.
Listen. It's not a case of Grealish being. It's not a case of Grealish being underrated. Everyone knows that Grealish, when he's at his best, is a quality player. Everyone knows this, and I've never denied that. The Jack Grealish at Aston Villa was one of the best players in the league. Full stop. Quality player.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying to you. Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is when he's played for Man City, he's not been worth 100 million. Why does that mean that Jack Grealish is crap? He's not been worth 100 million, and he's not actually been that good. When you compare the money they spent and what he served up, it's not worth it.
You obviously don't understand Jack Grealish's role and important role to Manchester
City. Coach me.
If you watch,
Maestro, coach me. Tell me what I'm missing.
Let's stop this now for a sec. Come on,
Maestro. Tell me what I'm missing.
If you understand the way Pep wants to play at Manchester City, it's all about overload. It's all about overload. And Jack Grealish is absolutely imperative to overload. Being a magnet for defenders, pulling 2 and 3 in, creating space over for the far side of the pitch for your Fodens, for your Haalands, for your De Bruynes. Jack Grealish was not brought in to be a clinical goal scorer. He was not brought in to be a 1v1 demon. He was brought in to retain possession at all costs. I guarantee you ask any Manchester City fan out there, who do you want to start, Doku or Grealish at Anfield in March? They all say Grealish because we are all about ball retention. Simple as, and Jack Grealish is the number one at it. He's so press resistant, and that's the way we operate. You just want flary players and goals and assists, and that's how you
step in, man. We've done this debate.
No,
man.
no. What I want
this debate
is for Jack Grealish to be rated off the type of performances that he gave us at Villa. Because the performances that he's given us at Man City,
he's not meant to be the Grealish of Aston Villa.
Role.
He wasn't brought in to be the Grealish of Aston Villa, Tobs.
Listen.
Who watches all Aston Villa games if you miss him that much?
I'm so sick.
Who was the coach at Villa? Who was the coach at Villa?
I'm so sick of you guys. I'm so sick of you guys making it out as if I don't understand what you're saying. I know that he is playing a different style. I know that. I'm not an idiot. I know he's playing a different style.
Why are you talking like one then?
Within that style, when he gets the ball, he does not do enough good things to justify 100 million. That's what I'm saying.
So how did he survive? How did he survive week in, week out in a treble-winning team? How does that make sense? Why is Pep picking him? Is it only the other 10 lads won the treble, not Jack?
I think
maybe it has something to do with him paying 100 million for him. Maybe.
See, but the thing is, that 100, the price thing doesn't wash with me anyway. The rest of you look, say what you want. Like, how many people have justified price tags in terms of what they do on an individual basis? It's always, for me, what effect it has for the team. And if Jack Grealish's transfer enabled Man City to fucking win the treble, as much as I hate it, job done. 100 million, lovely.
100 million easily, worth it every single
I found it so funny that you man actually believe that Man City couldn't win that treble without Grealish. That's what I find so funny about it.
You haven't got no evidence to prove otherwise.
Okay. Yeah. I still find it funny.
Hostess?
Mad. Well, we'll go back to Villa, Man United. I'll let SAEED finish. Analyze.
Oh, sorry,
yeah, man.
Analyze.
Look what Toby does, man. He just causes chaos.
I
don't know why the Grealish came in. Like, I don't know why the Grealish debate came
Honestly,
in. You know what I mean?
Saying he thinks I hate Man City. I don't hate Man City. I want Man City to win the league, brother.
No.
Yeah, and then you'll bash all our players after we win the league.
Who's all your players? You mean Jack Grealish?
Fans of Extra City again. Unbelievable.
Jack Grealish is the only player.
Don't take long.
When have I bashed Kyle Walker? When have I bashed
again?
Yeah.
Again.
You know I hate us,
it's crazy, man.
We're not haters.
Yo, blue card might have to come in, man. The blue card might have to come in on the show. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But now, listen, man, it's going to be a tough game, man. It's going to be a very, very tough game against Villa, regardless of obviously the last couple of defeats they've had at home.
Go on, Saeed. Go on.
Watkins. Sorry? Is he all right? Okay. But anyway, yeah, man, it's going to be a tough game. I feel like for me, Watkins is still a danger.
I might have to order a blue card. But go on, Saeed.
Boy, Matisse is way behind.
Bro, are you all right here, man? Bro,
no, his Wi-Fi
is blue card, bro. Your Wi-Fi is a blue card.
Matisse's Wi-Fi is way behind.
You know what I mean? Like, relax.
Yeah, Matisse, you need to get out and come back in. He's miles behind.
Yeah, I know.
Man,
my internet's moving mad. Go on, carry on.
You need to come
out. But anyway, let me go back to what I'm saying.
He still think we're talking about Grealish.
Yo,
Matisse, you need to come in and out. Come in and out, Matisse. Yeah. We'll
there
continue.
we go. There we go.
Fucking hell, you need something done right, then you might as well do it yourself. Yes, Saeed. What's the
Get the host back, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not man. You know what I'm saying? But now, listen, it's going to be a tough game, man. United, this is a must-win game for United, man. If they win, I think that's top 4 done because then they got 11 points clear. We win, then, you know what I mean? It kind of is game on because obviously then you're 5 points behind them. Obviously, you have to wait and see what Tottenham do. But ultimately, we have to win this game. You know what I'm saying to you? They will obviously, I don't know. You know what it is with me, yeah? I don't know if they'll be now motivated. Had they maybe won against Chelsea, would they have maybe took the foot off the gas and be like, you know what, come in a bit. But now, Unai Emery, maybe going to get them motivated, you know what I'm saying, to and galvanized in that aspect. So we've just got to be on point, man. I think it's going to be a very, very high-scoring game. I think it's going to be one of the games of the weekend. I think both teams, we have conceded a lot of goals lately. I know West Ham was a clean sheet, but the Wolves game, the Newport game, we've conceded a lot of goals in that game necessarily. And you never know with United, you could be 2-0 up but Aston Villa could be in the game. So that aspect mentally, we're still fragile in that aspect. So I think it's going to be a very, very entertaining game, high scoring game. And yeah, man, this is almost like, you know, we have to win. It's a must. You know, when you say we must win this game.
Breaking news.
You know, if we want to get, yeah.
After a whole segment on blue cards,
Yeah.
FIFA denies reports of a blue card in elite football, stating trials, if any, should be limited to lower levels responsibly. FIFA will address this at the IFAB AGM on March the 2nd.
Oh,
So
okay.
calma, tranquilo,
Yeah.
and what's that swear word you said? Carburon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not what I said, but yeah.
Carbona.
And now, like I said, man. Game, man.
Yeah, you missed that bit.
You got it wrong. You got it wrong. But I won't repeat it. But anyway, now listen, I've said what I said. It's going to be a tough game, man. You know what I mean? Villa, I don't think, you know, what happened, I get it, but they have responded well. They beat Sheffield. They've come back from other games where they've responded well. So even though I think they're vulnerable, I still think they got a lot of danger in their team. You know, I mean, Bailey, Watkins, they've still got him. McGinn as well can cause problems on his day. You know, so yeah, man, I'm not. Man said, what did he say? Listen, I won't repeat it again. But no, I'm not really confident. But I think we could get a result, man, because I feel like the expectation. I think the manager said every game's like a final now, and he's right, man. Every game's a final if you want to get this top 4 or top 5 or whatever it is now.
Yeah, it's a must-win for Champions League football, isn't it? Because otherwise the points gap will extend quite drastically.
11, man. 11.
Yeah.
11, man. It's too much, man. It's too much.
Any more thoughts on Villa United before we go predictions?
I think Man United. Go on.
No, I was just going to say high line versus counter attack. It should be an exciting game. So,
yeah.
Where is it? Is it in Old Trafford or Villa Park?
No, Villa Park, man. Villa Park, bro. 4:30 kickoff after the Arsenal game. Under the lights.
Is there a bit of feel good factor at Man United right now, Saeed, with like Manu and other players? I see them celebrating in funny ways and that.
No, I don't think there is. Listen, we haven't won 4 games in a row. I think this season, you know what I mean? It's been stop and start. We've won 3, but we've never been 4 in a row. I think, yeah, man. Listen, the thing is with United, there's no really fun factor when we're 9 losses this season. We'll catch up. This is catch-up football, man. This is almost like a race against time to get to this Champions League football. We've had a lot of setbacks this season, a lot of mess about games where we've lost like needless results. I feel like it's one of them where, you know, I think Ten Hag's job is on the line. If you don't get Champions League football, I don't expect him to stay, because I feel like with FFP and with the owners wanting to spend money and etc., they want to be playing Champions League football, man. If you're out of Champions League football now, like, it's crazy. If I already put up the season ticket prices, this is 2 seasons in a row now. So I feel like now there's a pressure for revenue, pressure for income, and United need to be playing the Champions League football, man. For whatever reason, the club needs it. Like, they have to, man. Reinvestment for Jim Radcliffe, etc., So, yeah, man. I just feel like, for me, win games, man. That's how you breed confidence, winning games. So, it is what it is.
Tobs, do you want to answer that super chat there as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I was eating puff puff and meat pie. If you're Nigerian, you know what that is. So yeah.
You're really in your delicacies now, innit? AFCON final, you're ready. I know you got.
What do you mean, bro? This is normal, bro. This is very, very normal.
I thought after that Big 6 tweet, you would have moved away from Nigeria after that whole tweet that went up. Who tweeted that, by the way?
Oh, my days,
one of you come
don't even get me started.
Whoever
did that, there's a special place that you're going to, man, and it's not heaven. Okay? nasty person, whoever did that.
Before we do predictions, let's get these super chats on the way. Yeah, it's GRIZZ, man. Come on, let's be serious. It's GRIZZ.
I agree with the super chat.
You do, yeah?
Yeah,
damn right.
GRIZZ has been GRIZZ has been screaming Rodri praises all season. So yeah, 100%. Rodri is basically the best CDM in the league. Another one comes in. Tobs, wallahi, you're finished. Why are you gonna do this to all Nigerians? This is wilder than when Harry Beckenbauer.
How is it wilder than calling Maguire Beckenbauer? What?
Yeah, it's not wilder.
How? No, fucking hell, man.
That will go down. in folklore history.
We should
of
run a
football tapes.
poll if that's possible. We should run a poll. Which one's worse, Gundogan and Van der Beek, who really doesn't kick ball anymore, let's be honest, or Harry
Okay.
Maguire?
Matisse,
and
let's set a
Beckenbauer?
challenge to the viewers and listeners and subscribers. So we know Toby's 2, yeah? We know Harry Beckenbauer. Can we find another one of Saeed's to match it up? So we need another.
Oh, you got one as well, man. You got Hungarian Steven Gerrard.
Yeah,
bro.
we need everyone. We need everyone.
You got
You've got
one
one
as
as well,
well.
Matisse.
Early
You got one
days.
as well, bro.
Mine's early
Yeah.
days. Relax.
No. It's level. It's level.
We need
Mine's
Perkins,
early
MSN,
days.
MSN and Jesus.
MSN, yeah.
Martinelli.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Mine's
So-
early.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Hughes, Gundogan, top 3 should go in there as well. Can't lie. That might have to go
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Your one is Hudson-Odoi, 1v1 demon.
Yeah,
Yours is
yeah.
that
Mine,
one.
yeah, that's mine. That's
Hudson
big. That's a
Odoi.
big one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Matisse
big.
got a few actually. Matisse got.
He's
Nah,
got loads,
not-
bro. He's got
nah,
loads.
nah,
He's
The
got loads.
Lukaku one, the Lukaku one, the
Yeah,
Lukaku
yeah.
one.
That was just
Remember
embarrassing.
Lukaku one?
Some of Matisse's early videos are legendary.
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 Yeah.
Some of the
Park bench,
tweets, man. Some
park
of the
bench in
tweets
the
from
roundabout.
that,
If you know, you know.
Oh, shut up.
Hey.
That's not me. That's not me, bro. That's not me.
Did you tell the viewers to go check out your latest upload? Or
No, I
your most
didn't.
recent
I
upload?
didn't. I
That was
didn't.
quality,
I didn't,
man.
you know. Yeah.
Quality.
People
I-
have just people
like
have just
to do a
quickly
skit.
reminded us. People have just quickly reminded us of Saeed's comparison of Weghorst to Berbatov.
Bro, I think that was out of context.
Come
you know.
on,
I think
see?
that was out of context.
See,
'Cause you know
the
what
thing is,
nobody. Go on.
it's not out of context because I literally pulled
It is
you
out
up
of
on it.
context.
No. I
but
pulled you up on it.
nobody's
Because
actually watched the
Weghorst is
video,
playing in
though.
the number
Nobody's
10
watched the
role.
video. No, but you know what? Nobody's actually watched the video. Someone put it in the group chat, and then I said, "Yeah, I can see a few little, you know what I mean?"
No.
What did you see?
It was
What can you
Yo,
see?
he's dead. No, I never made the comment.
What
though.
did you
Someone
see?
put a super chat.
You should have shut him down.
Broski.
Because I can
The
see.
thing is, I was like, yo, it was late at night, bro. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I was like, yeah, man, I can see a little bit something. You know, it was one of them where I was like, you know, I didn't agree with it, but I'd also maybe I didn't shut it down. And maybe I
Weghorst
thought,
Lee, you're a man.
turns like a
You're a
truck.
man who must appreciate.
He said
your
it on this
skillful
show, bro.
footballers.
He said it on the show.
Berbatov, right?
He
Who
said it on the
is
show.
a master of his
Someone
profession.
You did say it on the
Chat
show.
told me.
No.
I didn't
You said it
say
on the show.
What? I didn't know. The comment, the super chat was brought.
Oh,
saying,
the
yo,
super chat.
Saeed, he compared Weghorst to Berbatov, and it was from my show where basically someone had put that super chat in. So it wasn't actually my comment. I didn't actually say it. So technically, that's not a howler. Come on, it's not a howler technically. Like
Should have shut
Toby
it down.
said,
Should
yo,
have shut it down.
you know,
Listen, Lee
You know what
is
I mean?
the
I didn't
judge
shut it down.
by name. So
Yeah.
Lee, let Lee be the
By
judge. Is
name.
that a howler, brother?
It's not a howler, but you should have shut it down. You should have shut it
yeah,
down.
there you go. I agree. That I can
He
admit.
said it
That
though.
I can admit.
Saeed said it on the show.
But Lee, he tried to defend. He tried to defend it on this show. He tried to defend it on this show. That's what
He
I'm
said,
saying.
"I see it. I see it."
Well,
See
no,
fucking what?
no, you must have had
No,
you
like,
must
bro.
you must have had a late night, sorry. You must have been a late night.
It was late night. That's what I'm saying. It was late
It was
night.
late night.
He said Saeed is lying. He said it on the big sick. No, I didn't say it on the big sick. I never called it like this. You know what I mean,
Anyway.
man?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Luke Hall says, Tobs, how can you say DVB is better than Rodri? Next thing you know, you'll be saying Basuma is better than Egyptian. Who's this in reference to?
I think you're talking about El Neni.
Oh, right. Sorry. Get in the bin,
Yeah.
you fraud. Big up Tobes and Astrid Wet. Super Eagles flying high. AFCON final Sunday. Let's go. From Turkish LDN.
This guy's a
Come on.
disgrace, bro.
Big fan of the show, Turkish. He's big supporter of the show. All right, let's get the predictions in for Villa, Manchester United. Tobes, we'll start with you, brother.
I'm gonna go 2-2. I feel like Man United.
Oh, fire.
I feel like Man United have got something for Aston Villa, but I also feel like Aston Villa 2 successive losses at home. I think they lost to Newcastle in the league, then they lost to Chelsea in the cup. So they're gonna want a little bit of a momentum to kickstart again. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a 2-2 draw.
Okay, love that. Lee, what about you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going with Tobes here. I think 2-2. I actually like watched the game against West Ham, and I think West Ham should have at least had a couple of goals. It weren't a 3-0 win by Man United.
First half.
So, I think that Man United do give up chances, but I feel that the old confidence might have been knocked by Villa, and I can't see them winning it. So I think 2-2.
Turkish has gone with a 3-1.
Has he really?
Villa
Ring,
win.
3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
At least you know he's with the 3-1.
Yeah, he's gone 3-1. Yeah, he's gone 3-1 Villa win.
Really? That's a
Yeah,
shock.
he has.
That. He's gone 3-1.
He has indeed. Saeed, what about you, bro? What's yours prediction?
I'm gonna go 3-2, man. I'm gonna go for a late winner again, man. You know what I'm saying? To I reckon Garnacho will get the winner. So yeah, 3-2 United.
I hope it is 3-2. I really sorry. I hope it is 3-2 to Aston Villa, but I also hope that your watch along is proper because I will be there. I will be there. Trust me. That roller coaster. I will be
They're
there.
movies. If anybody hasn't subscribed, and
Relax,
watched
man.
Saeed's watch.
Relax, man.
Yo, I'm hyping it up, man. Let me do my thing, innit?
All right, go on.
People really need to get on Saeed's watch-alongs because they are. Who just said it? Movies. I think Matisse said
movies,
it.
yeah,
They are movies. So big up Saeed, man. Big up.
Nah, it's not good for his health, man. We need to look after Saeed. It's not good.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? This is what football does, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I can't watch a game and just like, you know what I mean, shut down, bro. I'm emotionally involved, bro. You know what I'm
The
saying?
posters are back up now. The posters are back up.
Yeah,
and the
but
old
my
Trafford-
Saeed TV one's broke, man. My Saeed TV one's broke, so.
Wait,
Need to
hold
get
on. What
one.
is the one?
Fucking hell!
Wait,
Fucking hell!
Wait, Tobs, what does the one behind you say?
It says, mindset is
Bro.
everything.
Yeah, brother. Can you practice when you preach?
Yeah, and then he loses his head,
Nah.
and then
He loses
in the
his
background,
head.
mindset is everything.
You know what it is? It's to remind me that, you know what, Man United might be small, but in reality, we're still a big club. That's why I got it from me there. Like,
Shut up.
we might be small right now,
Oh, shut
but
up.
we're a big club. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
Oh, dear. I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. Hugh, what about you?
2-1 United.
Okay. And Grizz?
I was going to say the same, so I'm going to stick with it. Fuck Huey, just because he goes before me, I can't not copy him. I'll stick with my heart and my mind. I said 2-1 United as well.
All right, brilliant. Let's move on to Tottenham. Let's go go West Ham Arsenal, because West Ham Arsenal is a London derby, and that's a tough away trip because you never know what you're going to get with West Ham. They've got a good quality team. Lee, what's your feeling going into that, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, a little bit more nervous about this game than last week because I think with West Ham, they're the way they set up and all that is difficult for us. You know, they're going to sit in, make it very, very difficult, and then hit us on the break. And they've done it to us twice already this season. You know, in the cup and also the league game as well. Like, you know, so I feel that they won't open up against us, and I think that we need to up the tempo, and that's our problem. So I think it's going to be a very, very difficult game for us. Also, you know, I don't care what anybody says now. With Declan Rice coming to Arsenal, it's riled up their fans a little bit more. They want it a little bit more against us. I've noticed that over the last couple of games, and also the players as well, because I've said it before. You know, by Declan saying, I'm going to go over to Arsenal because I feel that they're a better team, we're going to win things. Also, that plays on players' mind, and we've got to show him as well. Like, you know, so tough game for us, this one. And I think that if Arsenal are going to push for the title, they have to win this game. And I think we've got a few more winnable games after this, but this is our toughest one in our next 4 or 5 games. And it's not the easiest place to go to West Ham. I know, like, I don't enjoy going there. I know a lot of West Ham fans don't enjoy going there, but that's another thing. But I think it's going to be tough. And listen, we got the performance on Sunday as well as a result. I'm not so worried about the performance in this one. It's just about getting the result. So I'm hoping that we can defend well. And when we get the chances, we've got to take them. And hopefully West Ham have another off day like they did in front of goal against Man United. So listen, tough game. Listen, there's no easy games in the Premier League, particularly away from home. But if you're gonna chase down Man City and you've got to beat West Ham, got to beat them.
This is the same fixture where the wheels started to come off, isn't it, in the title race? Because it was this game, I believe. Was it?
Yeah, we was 2-0 up and cruising. Don't forget we was 2-1 up, and we had a penalty which Saka missed. So big things happened in this game. I do feel it was the Liverpool game before that. I think if we'd have beaten Liverpool, I think we would have gone on and beat West Ham that day as well. Like you don't know, but listen, it's a different season now. Both teams are a little bit different. I think that with West Ham, maybe when they play a team like Bournemouth or they take on a team like Crystal Palace, the fans expect them to push and go for it. I think when the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City come to I didn't mention Spurs, but those teams come to West Ham, they're happy for them to sit there and nick them on the break. They're happy to do that, and I think that's West Ham fans will be content with that. They'll be happy with that, like to sit in there. And they've got players, I've got to say this, West Ham, they've got players that can hurt you. And, Tobs will say it as well. Like, I think, Arsenal probably were much the better team at the Emirates as Spurs were that day as well at White Hart Lane. But they nicked a couple of goals and you have to give them credit for that. So they're dangerous on the break. Bowen's a good player. I do rate him very, very highly. So we're going to have to be on our best, and but we've got to win it. We've got to win it.
They're 7th in the league. Does anybody give West Ham a chance? Obviously, Arsenal just off the back of a very, very impressive performance against Liverpool, man. They shut them down. So, does anybody give West Ham a prayer in this one?
I think it'll be a walk in the. I think it'll be a walk in the park for Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. I think West Ham are running on empty again. It's that time of season, time of year, where West Ham start running out of power, energy, legs, everything that Moyes wants from his teams. That performance against United, all right, no problem. They did have a couple of chances, but everyone creates. Well, Liverpool didn't, but everyone creates chances against United. But it was so easy for United, so easy. And Arsenal, everything that Lee said. Every wrong that's happened to them from West Ham, they're going to want to right. And I think they'll be very motivated, especially after you'd expect Liverpool and Man City both to win their home games against Everton and Burnley, respectively. Arsenal's motivation levels will be through the roof after winning the league last week against us.
That's cheeky.
They're going to want to... What did I say? What's the problem? But yeah,
are you not wearing your peace hat?
I think the motivation will be really sky high, and I think Arsenal
changes every week, man.
I think Arsenal will walk through West Ham.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bowen aside, Kudos has just come back from AFCON. He hasn't got back into the swing of things yet. Bryce will have a thing to prove.
You know what is West Ham? Yeah, they have this annoying habit of like pulling out these like big results against like a big side at their ground, or even sometimes randomly away from home. Like they really do. And they've played Arsenal twice this season, and they've beaten Arsenal twice. One of them they should have been spanked, but the other one, I think they were good value for their win. And I feel like a normal West Ham, if Antonio was fit, if they were playing better football, if they had all their players fit, I'd be saying, you know what, West Ham have got something for them. But Antonio is just like Gabriel and Saliba.
Yep.
They're as good as anyone in Europe one-on-one against these kind of physical, powerful centre backs. It don't worry them anymore. In days gone by, Arsenal's defense, you'd say, yeah, we can rough them up. You can't rough them up now.
Yeah, but it's more, obviously you can't rough them up, but it's more about what they can do on the counter-attack. But I'm just looking at it now and I'm like, Paqueta's still injured. You're not playing your best football. Okay, admittedly, they played better against Man United and they probably deserve to score at least a goal against United. But that's Man United who are going to let teams have as many attempts as they want at their goal. Arsenal are not going to give West Ham as many attempts as Man United. And I think Arsenal's attack will bludgeon their defense. And I'm just looking at West Ham's midfield performance. I look at their last home game they played against Bournemouth. They were awful, man. They were really, really bad. And I just, yeah, man.
Or draws, man. They're bad as well. You know what it is with them? They had a lot of possession against United, yeah, but they're missing that Paqueta, bro. You know, that creative spark. Like they put Ward-Prowse in the 10 role, I don't think he's a creative machine, man. He's someone that, you know, if you put him in a double pivot, he's there and he can do something. But they missed Paqueta, man. They just missed a little bit of something in there, man. So, unless they couldn't Bowen, they could do something on their day.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they're missing that creative spark, man, massively. So I think
I don't know,
Arsenal
man. It's just West Ham and these London derbies in their own ground always seem to find an extra 10, 15, sometimes 20% that you just don't expect them to have. And whether you like it or not, in these big games, Moyes and this current West Ham team do have a real capacity to make it nasty for you. The way they set up defensively, they can be really, you know, astute and solid and hard to break down. And Arsenal have been quite one-dimensional at times this season. And this is going to be a game where they're going to have to show more than one dimension. They're going to have to show other ways of breaking down West Ham. West Ham going forward, yeah, I agree, without Paqueta, and they're not showing that kind of venom in front of goal. It's just can Arsenal break down West Ham with that extra, you know, level of, what are these guys laughing at, man?
I don't know. What about this?
GRIZZ's comment.
They had a lot of what?
Oh, let me just flag it. Let me flag it. Let me flag it.
What did happen?
So this is from Football Carnage. They had a lot of chances, but they lack creativity. SAEED.
No, but the thing is, you're not understanding where the chances came from, though, man. They were isolated instances. I'm talking about the middle of the park.
So you're talking about I'm gonna back you. You mean like
I actually get your point.
dead ball situations?
Yeah.
But when it comes to
you.
they don't have that pass. That
Yeah,
I got you, bro.
No
Don't worry,
fluidity.
yeah, I get you.
No
bro.
He's trying to
fluidity.
catch you, man. He's trying to catch you out, man.
Yeah, man. Catch me out, bro. GRIZZ is
He's not
starving
supporting
me,
you.
man. Just eat your food, man.
They're creating lots of chances, but they lack creativity.
No, but I meant in terms of the final killer ball, like they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
I get you.
Yeah, man. This guy's just moving mad.
Don't let him do that to you, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
Tell him to simmer down, Saeed, man. Tell him to simmer down a bit.
Simmer down, man. That's the new word now, Chris. Simmer down, simmer down.
It's better when you sing it. I can't lie, 100%.
Yeah, man.
Any more thoughts on West Ham? Sorry, for West Ham Arsenal before we go predictions.
I wish my team could lose.
Did you finish your train of thought? Did you?
That's my last thought. I wish my team could lose.
Forget now.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to predictions.
Yeah.
Tobs, let's start with you. West Ham versus Arsenal.
I'm gonna go for 2-0 Arsenal.
Okay. Lee, what's yours, bro?
Oh, yeah, I'm agreeing with Tobes all the time here, like 2-0 to the Arsenal. But I think it'd be tough. I think it'd be a late goal. I think Arsenal would be 1-0 up. It'd be a late goal to finish it off. But I think it'd be a tough game. But just get over the line on this one.
I feel like I don't need to check Turkishes because we kind of know what it is. But let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-1 Arsenal. Yeah,
3-1.
Unbelievable. Isn't he? Like, you know what I mean?
He's gonna do that for every single one. I just have that feeling now. Maybe he's gonna shake it off in it, but I think he's gonna do that. Saeed, bro, what's yours?
I'm gonna do a Turkish as well, man. I'm gonna go 3-1, man.
Okay.
3-1 Arsenal.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. I think West Ham will make it a game. Hugh, what about you, bro?
I'm gonna go 3-0 Arsenal.
Wow, emphatic. Grizzly Bear.
I was going to go 3-0. I'll cut it down to 2-0.
This is why me and you were down the bottom, Grizz, because we always
Mad. Insane. All right, so those predictions are all locked in, people. See you in the chat as well. Some big predictions being made in the chat. Let's move on to Spurs Brighton. That's a good game, Tobes, I think.
Very good game.
Footballing teams. Two footballing teams that play the game, I guess, the right way. He's having a little convo.
Sorry. I was just
go on, mate.
No problem.
Yeah, Spurs Brighton, bro. That was a terrible time for you. And I could have just run it. But I was like, I'm gonna have a nice awkward moment here. What's your take?
Sorry. I was just messaging something. I was just messaging something to my lovely girlfriend. So, let's do.
Oh, you little bitch.
The cheek of you. Just stay in Cyprus, man. I don't know why this guy keeps coming on and off. Bro, you're not wanted here, bro. Judges is better than you. Like, get out of here, bro. I told him, ever since I called this guy a bearded weasel, he's been out of control. He's been out of control.
Yo.
He's mentioning my name with Astrid Ware and all of this rubbish, man. It's ridiculous, bro.
Oh,
It's
dear.
ridiculous. But anyway, Spurs versus Brighton. It's going to be a very, very interesting game, man. Like, I'm obviously going to back Spurs to win, but in all honesty, I think with the way we play and the way they play, like, I wouldn't even begrudge anyone predicting that Brighton could get something here, man, because we give up a lot of chances. We create more, but we give up a lot of chances, and they spanked us at our ground. They absolutely spanked us at their ground, sorry. So I need some revenge, man. This is the first team we've played this season that we've lost to. We've lost once to, and we get an opportunity to redeem ourselves. Like every other loss we've had this season, we've not played that team yet. And I think Brighton's the first of the 5 teams that have beaten us this season that we're going to get to play again. So we've got players back. Son's back. Basuma's back. I don't think they're going to start. Lo Celso's back. The centre-backs fit and available. Like, I feel like this is probably the first time in a long time this season that Ange Postecoglou's actually got like a close to full complement available. So I want to see that reflected in our performance. I want to see a much more energized performance. I want to see Ange make use of a stronger bench, and I want to see us actually play better, because I wasn't impressed with the performance at Everton. I really wasn't. I wasn't impressed with the performance at Everton, and I've not been impressed with some of the performances that we've had in recent weeks. I thought we were poor against Burnley, thought we were really poor against Man City in the FA Cup, thought we were I'm trying to remember what other team we played. But yeah, like there's been a couple matches where like I've not really been impressed with us, and I hope that we can get back to the levels that we've shown, not just results and chance creation, but an actual performance. Have more control on games, restrict the opposition to less chances. Yeah, man, and actually like see a game through. I don't want to get to 89, 90 minutes and I'm seeing the team like clinging on and being nervous to defend like a 2-1 lead. So we've got the capacity to do it. We've got the manager to do it. So let's do it.
Mm. I remember you were quite critical of Kulusevski in the last episode in terms of his like performances and stuff. Would you take him out of the team, or can you not afford to drop him? Because I know you.
The thing is with Kulusevski, with Kulusevski, like this is the problem. This is. And I don't want it to look like I'm getting at him because he did score in his last home game, but this was the problem with signing someone like Brennan Johnson, right? Because Brennan Johnson, he's not a bad player, but he's mediocre. Kulusevski is much better than Brennan Johnson, and a 0 out of 10 Kulusevski, unfortunately, is still going to offer us more than a 0 out of 10 Brennan Johnson. And I feel like the off the bench role for Brennan Johnson, it worked well for us against Brentford. Maybe it could work for us against Brighton. Like, I don't know. Like, all I know is this: Kulusevski, he's not playing well at all at the moment. So I wouldn't begrudge the manager for dropping him. However, because of the options that we have on the right-hand side, he kind of needs to play. So, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Son, man, you just don't know what they're going to do, man. Yeah. Sorry, go on, Matisse.
So, and just say Son's not back, is he?
He is back.
He's back.
He is back.
Okay.
He is back.
Okay.
What is that? Right, fair play. Straight come back.
He's
right,
back. Yeah,
fair
Son's
play.
back. So I don't think he'll start on the weekend. He'll be on the bench though. He'll be on the bench.
Go on, Saeed. What was you going to say?
No, I was going to say with Brighton, you just don't know what they are, man. 1 minute they're getting battered 4-0, then they beat Crystal Palace, is it 4-0? Like, bro, I just don't know what they are, man. Literally, like, Zerbi's football. Like, imagine, like, listen, I know he's going to be linked with big clubs and whatnot, but he's got to get them at least, like in control and just, like, be a team that can go out there and have a plan. Because 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that. And when they concede goal, no, I don't know, man. I just think sometimes for me, this is why for me, he could have been my manager. I just feel like there's no baseline. It's like you play that way, but it's just crazy, man. Like it's just 100 miles an hour football. And 1 minute you're getting spanked 4-0. 1 minute it's like, for me, that's why I don't want him as manager. There's no baseline for me there. It's like when it's 1-2-0, it's like, okay, cool. Let's have a different game plan. I don't know.
Not gonna lie. I don't think I agree, you know. I don't agree
at all. I don't agree at all.
I don't think he does play 100 mile an hour football, and I feel like, again, I think we said this last week. I think the Zerbi is the type of manager that Man United need, a manager who's going to be steadfast in their philosophy and will stick to it. That's been your downfall.
I think you know United lose 3-0 and it's okay.
I
like
think
lose 3-0.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's Brighton. Look, we're
Yeah.
getting carried away with because of the expectations, because of the outstanding performances of Brighton in the last couple of years. Suddenly, we're putting them at this pedestal, like, oh, they've got to be consistent. Why? This is Brighton and Hove Albion.
With mad injuries as well. With mad injuries.
Mad
I think they've got
injuries.
injuries, by the way. I agree.
Let's just list 5 of the many players. Not even all of them. Just list. Top of our head, we could name.
Enciso injured, Estepanan injured long term.
No, I agree.
Caicedo left.
But his game management
Colwell was a big part.
His
on
game
loan.
management is awful. No, but Grizz, his game management is awful. When it's 1-2-0 down, like, relax, have a different set of tactics. He's just like, not at all. There's no game management for me when I watch Zerbi. Listen, I love his football, I love his style and whatnot, but I do think for me there are massive flaws in his game. I think his game management in games, I'm like, bro, 1, 2, 3, boom. And listen, maybe Unai Emery's another example where he's like that, but that's maybe the
you know what,
you're gonna get from them.
You know what though, Saeed?
Yeah.
I do get your point, because Brighton are prone to these random thrashings. Like, you'll see it. They got packed 5-1 by Everton. They got blammed 5-1 by Aston Villa this season. Like, they will take beatdowns. But the thing with him is he still plays the same way, irrespective of who's fit and available. And I respect that. And I think, like, it's a give and take thing with those type of managers, right? Because ultimately, it's been a positive for Brighton, not a hindrance. They're still 8th. They got into a Europa League spot last season, and with the injuries they've had, they're still in Europe. They're still in Europe. They're in the knockout stages. So
I think in the league, Tobs. So it says you all you need to know about Brighton. That's unbelievable. You know what I mean?
They top the Europa League table, 8th in the league, above so many teams that we could mention that could do better. It's totally unfair. It's only his second season in the Premier League, and he's having to sell 3 or 4 world stars every time.
I agree. But my thing was, it's not. I'm not looking at them in terms of I'm damning their season. Listen, they're overachieving, if you ask me. Especially with the injuries they've got. I'm just looking at it from game to game. You don't know what Brighton you're going to get. That's where I'm talking about in context with this game. I agree. You don't know what Brighton you're going to get. You know what I mean? You don't know. Like, it's going to be one of them, and like, it's crazy to predict them.
Well, I do think you do know what Brighton you're going to get, though. It's just you don't know what result they're going to get.
No, I think I agree.
You go.
And that depends on who's available. So if all his players are available, we know Brighton will turn up. I'm talking from a Liverpool point of view. For example, if he has to replace Estepunian with James Milner at left back for 1 week, we know the difference. If he has to replace one of the midfielders, let's say Gross, with Lallana 1 week, we know the downturn. It's that's the way Brighton is. You can't have brilliant substitutes in every position at Brighton Hove Albion. I think he's a fantastic coach.
I do think
Liverpool. Take my Liverpool.
I do think people overdo it sometimes. People overdo it sometimes with him, but he is a really good coach, man. I think
I'll take him at Liverpool.
I think it's high reward football that the Zerbi plays, isn't it? It's really if it pulls off and it works on the day, they're going to look absolutely magnificent, and they'll get a result that you don't expect of Brighton. But if it goes wrong, like Tobs said, they're prone to getting an absolute tanking off someone, which you wouldn't expect as well. But I think what Tobs said in relation to him in link with the Man United job, as you kind of brought it up, Saeed, he'd be an absolute revelation in Manchester United in comparison to what you have right now. Because what you have right now is a manager who you can't make heads nor tails of what his style of football is. At least going to Old Trafford 100%. Now under Zerbi, you're getting exciting football, and you know exactly what the philosophy is. You know exactly what he's going for. And then, of course, Zerbi is doing all this on a shoestring budget at Brighton in comparison to what he'd get at Manchester United. If Zerbi had access to the finances and resources that Manchester United give to their managers, boy, you'd be pretty excited to see what he could pull together.
Just to give context, he's 3 points off United, who are 2 places above. So he's 3 points off 6th with European football and a lot of injuries and probably a worse squad than last year. I know. I'm just saying, like, just to provide like a broader perspective on the job he's doing. He's definitely going to go in the summer, I think, with the comments that he made about the transfer strategy and whatnot. Because I know people are talking about United right now, but I think Barcelona could be a sneaky one for him as well, because the type of football that he plays, I think in La Liga, like with the maybe like the lack of physicality in comparison, I think it could potentially go.
Like, I think his name will be linked to it for sure. I feel like his name will be linked to it.
I think Liverpool he'll be heavily linked with. I could see Liverpool really going out to give or to get Zerbi.
Some Liverpool fans say that the personality doesn't really work for Liverpool.
That's the thing. That's the
Why?
thing.
Why? I'm genuinely asking why. Like, why? What's wrong with the personality?
I don't know.
He hasn't got
Feisty.
he hasn't got that warmth that
maybe, okay.
so that Klopp has. Like, even Klopp can be feisty, but when Klopp talks, he's got that warmth. Zerbi always comes across feisty and cold, and that's where that emotional attachment with the fans might not be appealing.
For me, it was just more
I can see what
because
you mean.
Liverpool are a club that would give Zerbi the license and the longevity to really build his own culture and philosophy and team. They're not a club that are in the nature of sacking him after one season because they're not happy with the developments. They would really give him the time.
But we got our man, so don't try to be silly.
Oh, yeah,
Who's
by the
that?
way,
Do you want to bring that up? Hey,
you want to
who?
bring that up, by the way?
Hey, who?
Hey, Jabby.
Hey, Xabi. So that means
Hey,
he's coming
Xabi.
to Liverpool.
Cat
Hey.
your tongue. He does. You
Why
know
are
what
you
he
not saying
doesn't.
it?
He's
Why are you not saying
PTSD from Jude. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to get involved.
Hey, Jabby.
I
Hey,
promise.
Jabby. Jabby,
I'm a man of my
Jabby.
word.
What percentage, Chris, are you saying Xabi Alonso to do Man United? Sorry, Liverpool manager. Percentage.
75%.
Oh, okay.
Na na
Okay.
na 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 na. Hey,
This is what I don't want to do in
Jabby.
it. This is what I don't want to do in it.
Oh dear.
Listen,
Anyway,
man.
prediction time.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Liverpool's.
You heard it here first. Big Six exclusive. GRIZZ Khan exclusive.
Any Liverpool
Football Khan is
exclusive you
exclusive.
need.
Somebody
GRIZZ
tweet
is
that.
here
Somebody
for you.
tweet that on the account. GRIZZ Khan gives
Shut your mouth.
GRIZZ Khan, yeah.
No,
I'm on it.
bro, that's it.
I'm on it.
for you.
It's broken
I
already.
didn't say nothing.
You can't take it back.
Grizz-
You can't
Grizz-
take it back.
GRIZZ
It's
Khan
broken already.
gives
I did not say
75%
anything.
vote of confidence to Xabi
Bro,
Alonso.
Yes,
to
you
Liverpool.
did. He said 75%. I'm going to be breaking.
Spurs
Remember Kai
Brighton.
the one that people said about me? Remember the one Kai
Jabby.
said about me?
Spurs Brighton.
I was that tweet.
Yeah, we will. Just to go
I'm
through
tweeting it right now. Xabi Alonso will join.
75%.
I never
Hugh,
said that.
75% Xabi Alonso will join Liverpool this summer.
Yeah.
How you think
As
I'm going to let you
per
say that?
GRIZZ
You think
Khan.
I ain't got control of
As
that?
And then
per
put,
GRIZZ
then
Khan.
put a quote like he's in a press conference. The quote being, "Hey, Jabby."
Okay, no problem.
Do you know what we
You as
need?
well.
Do you know
Okay,
what we
Huey.
need? I'm gonna next time we link up, I'm gonna bring my green screen. I need to take a picture of Grizz in front of the
Yes.
green screen, and then I can get the press conference. And then once we have that image, we're sorted. We're done. All
No,
tweets
we
will be.
just
Yeah.
need in front of the green screen going like this, like
Yeah.
a hey. That's all we need.
Aye.
Or
Get the AI
you know when
involved.
Saeed did
AI.
you know when Saeed did the weather report, right? He could do that, but Saeed's holding the mic like a interview off post match game, holding it to
Who
Grizz.
remembers? Wait, who remembers the Saeed report on Fox News when he done
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
That's what the breaking news.
The waffling.
The train
waffling,
crash, wasn't it? The train
Fox
crash. Or something.
Train crash.
The
major
train crashed on the
casualties.
road.
Major casualties.
Major
Nah, it's
casualties.
crazy.
Oh my god. Sam says, "Hang on,
Aye.
Hugh. Didn't they say the same thing before Potter went to Chelsea?"
What?
In regards to, I guess, the personality and the clash between that and the club, or no, sorry, I guess Brighton to a big club is the reference in terms of is
Oh,
he
does
ready
mean
for the step
when
up?
I said Zerbi to Man United?
Yeah, like is he ready for the jump, the step
Well,
up?
like you only know when they take it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Can't see into the future. Gunasan7 says, big up, lads. It's been a long while since I've been able to watch the show live due to work commitments, but I just want to give my love to the show and a lot, and you lot, and a massive big up to the judge. Big up. Much appreciated, bro. We love that.
Big up, man.
Big up. All right, let's get to predictions. Tobs, what's your Tottenham Brighton prediction, bro?
I'm going to go. I'm going to go 3-1 Spurs.
Lee, what's yours?
Bloody hell, like, I can't believe it. I'm doing a Turkish as well on this one, like, you know. So yeah, 3-1 for me as well. I think that it'd be a good game, but I think Spurs will win it.
I kid you not, Turkish has gone 3-1 Tottenham as well.
Bro, that's crazy.
He's actually just
Imagine
trolling.
my
now.
shot. And he's gone 3-1 Tottenham, and he's got the audacity
So he
to
said
call me a
4-1.
pussy
He
as
said
well.
4-1. He said 4-1.
He's calling me a pussy in the
He said
chat.
4-1.
What are you talking
He
about?
Oh, sorry, 4. Sorry, he said 4. He said 4.
Oh, he's changed it.
Oh, he's changed it. Oh,
Changed
are
it.
you allowed? Oh, you allowed?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just changed it in
It's got
time before I
power.
said SAEED. Yeah, just before I said
Yeah,
SAEED.
Just in time.
Just in time. Just in time. Okay, just about got away with that.
Okay.
SAEED, what's yours, bro? What's yours?
Yeah, why not, man? 3-1. 3-1 Tottenham.
Oh, jeez, this is insane. Everybody's doing this. Okay, I'm gonna go with a. I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 2-2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hugh, what about you, bro?
I'm gonna go 2-1 to Tottenham.
Okay. GRIZZ?
2-0 Spurs.
Damn. Okay. Big confidence on the Spurs side. All right, let's move on to the lesser fixtures, I guess, this weekend. Big expectations on both the home teams. We'll start with City at home to Everton. Surely, Hugh, a walk in the park for your guys who are just on a winning streak now at this point.
Winning streak, yeah. That's the main word, man. Winning streak. Keep it going. Chance to go 10 on the bounce for the first time in a while if we win in all competitions this Saturday. 12:30 kickoff. They're usually difficult for us for whatever reason. I don't know, is the early rise, but I don't have a huge amount to say other than just get the job done. There's really not a huge amount to say for Everton at home. They have been difficult for us at times over the years, but look, there's no room for that. If you want to win a league championship, you got to beat Everton at home. These are the games you simply have to win. With Arsenal and the form they were in last week, we've all predicted Arsenal, I think, to win this weekend. Liverpool, I'd imagine they'll do their job as well, playing at home, and they'll want to bounce back after last week. So for us, keep it ticking, man. These February fixtures remaining are all must wins, because March and April get really, really difficult. So we need to give ourselves the best chance possible. Get more minutes into Haaland's legs. Keep getting the minutes into De Bruyne's legs. Foden hopefully can continue on his good run of form. And it doesn't matter what Everton turns up for me. We must win this game. That's
So
it, really.
one could say you're on the must bus as well.
Shut up. Don't talk to your girlfriend.
The must bust. That is incredible, I must say. Was it GRIZZ that came up with that line? The must bust. That is so good.
The double entendre is chef's kiss.
It is so good. So good.
Yeah, but it's not BUST, innit? People in the chat, shut your mouths, innit? It's BUS, bus. It's the must bust, not the like, you know what I mean? Like, see what I'm saying? I get it, Tobs. Toby, you're the Toby. Hold on, Matisse. So say, Toby, you're the one who said we need to stop this pause culture from this show. Like other shows can do this pause. Like kids, yeah.
We need to stop literally coming when you said.
Wow.
Anyway.
I don't know. I just don't know why you chose bus. You could have said train or something like the must
it just
train.
rhymed,
like,
innit? Fucking rhymed.
You gotta be careful when you use the word train with this chat. I can't lie.
Wait, see what I'm saying?
Yo,
you can't say anything.
you need to relax, man.
This can't say anything.
No, to be fair, the Matisse is right. This chat, their minds are crazy, man. They watch too much Pornhub.
I'm just warning you that's not the way to go either. Maybe you say Laurie. I don't
look at Lee. He's a real mature man. He
Yeah,
doesn't find
me,
anything funny.
Toby, and Lee's job, and if Lee wasn't here, Turkish's job, the three elders in this group, our job is to start educating and reprogramming their brains. You know what I mean? From what
Turkish
Hughie
is on
and
this
Saeed
pause
and
culture.
Matisse have
Turkish
taught
is one of
them.
the leaders of the
Turkish is on the balls culture. Yeah, it's me and you. It's me and
No,
you.
we need to-
You know what I'm going to call it? Do you know what I'm going to call
slap
it?
Turkish into
We need
some-
to call
some
it the
sense
pause
into Turkish
patrol. Pause patrol.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what
the
we
pause
need.
patrol on this show.
The pause police.
Pause patrol.
Yes. Pause police. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Grizz, get your NYPD hoodie, man. The pause police.
100.
Yeah, I was going to
100,
say, get your YP buddy.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Mad. I've lost my train of thought now. What was you talking about?
Yeah, man. City Everton.
Yeah.
City Everton, yeah.
Can I just before we get to predictions, right? You see Foden, he's probably having like borderline, he's going to be maybe player of the year conversations at the end of the season. Is there any chance he even starts for England at the Euros? Because Bellingham's playing basically the same 10 role. If you want to get the best out of both players, they probably need to play in similar areas.
No.
It's not possible.
No, it's
Is it?
possible.
Oh, it is
Foden
possible.
needs to be in that England team.
Okay.
It depends on what he does with the midfield, innit?
That's a
Because
way
he
to
won't
play it.
starting with Saka right now.
Nah,
You're right.
Foden and Bellingham, you build this England team around. If you don't, you're doing the same thing what you've done in the Gascoigne era, the Hojlund era, and obviously the Lampard, Gerrard era. You're missing out on crazy great players if you're not building around.
Okay, so
Foden, Bellingham.
remember the Lampard, Gerrard,
Find a
Scholes
coach
era.
who can.
They could never get the balance between Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes.
That's
So
'cause
is
who's
that
in
going to be
charge?
the same
Who's in
situation?
charge?
Because okay, who's in
Get a
charge now?
person who can in charge. Get the Zerbi in charge. Give them Pep. Give them Klopp.
Bellingham,
and
no,
they'll
man.
make it
10 roll.
work.
Clutch.
Yeah, but
Bellingham,
you know what?
goals.
Gareth Southgate is
Aye.
the plonker in this situation, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at a
No Trent, no Foden, no Bellingham.
Well,
If you're not going to build around them three,
get this, Grizz, right? You could have a midfield of Rice, Bellingham, and Foden.
Trent.
Outrageous midfield, yeah? Instead of thinking about these things,
Rice, Bellingham,
Mr.
Maddison.
Southgate is over in Amsterdam to watch Jordan Henderson's debut for Ajax.
make
What
it
the
make
hell
sense.
are you doing, mate?
Make it make sense.
And did you see the stats of the games that were going in the Premier League and the amount of English players that were in some of the fixtures? Like there was like 10s and 12s and like loads of players to watch.
And he's
at
over
once,
in
and
the
he's in
fucking red
Amsterdam.
light district.
He don't even play. He don't even play Madison in the 10. He's not going to play Phil Foden in the 10. He's going to play Calvin
Hey, he's
Phillips.
not gonna
with
play
Declan
Maddison.
Rice.
Maybe he
Madison
wasn't
is a-
there to watch Henderson. Amsterdam's a beautiful place. Maybe he wasn't there for that.
Bro.
It's an excuse.
What was he there for? Hmm?
Just an excuse to get over there.
I have absolutely no
Yeah.
idea what you're talking about. I've never been.
Was he on some of that icy pollen as well?
What do you mean?
Imagine
by
that
that?
every weekend now. Just going to go and watch Henderson play every week. Now.
The missus gonna be like, where are you going?
I'm not too sure if
Yes, to watch
his
Henderson.
fitness is right.
Listen, Lee, you got to respect. That's the highest shirt seller in Ajax's history. So respect, right?
That's
Shout
crazy.
out to Ajax Fan TV who actually watched the show. They sent me out a lovely Ajax shirt. Big up to them as well. So shout out. Thank you very
Really?
much.
Oh wow,
Yeah, thank you very much.
cool. The Ajax shirt slapped, to be fair. They got
Okay.
some good
Yeah.
shirts.
It's got Hendo on the back, so I don't know if I'm gonna be wearing it, but it's beautiful. Thank you
Wear
so
it, man.
much.
Oh,
Sure.
No, they know there's 6 of us or something. Ajax Fan TV, what the hell you lot playing at?
Get out of here, man. What's
He
wrong
wants
with
a
this guy?
shirt. He wants a
Bro.
shirt. He wants a shirt.
Yo, Turkish, yo, that was
I
random.
want that Bob Marley shirt. It's sold out everywhere. Ajax Fan TV, sort that out, man.
Oh, yeah, I've been scheming on that shirt. I've been scheming on that
Oh,
shirt.
calm down.
Nah, I need that shirt. I need that shirt.
Ajax Fan TV
Yeah,
about
it's
they're
cold.
now €300 down. I'm not gonna lie. All right,
Turkish needs the Bob Marley top, man. All the icy pollen and that.
yeah, it will work. It's brand. It's just brand.
Buffalo.
I didn't realize Bob Marley. I didn't realize Bob Marley had hay fever. Did he have hay fever? Was it real bad hay fever?
He was one of the biggest sufferers this world has seen.
Yeah, crazy.
This is the equivalent of the mute now. He's in full control. I'm just here.
He's out of control. He's out of control.
You must be
Icy
stopped.
pollen 10. That's what he wants in the back of the shirt. This guy's out.
Alright. Do you know
Oh,
what?
that was the
You
end.
know what? We've actually got to get that. That's got to be a thing. That shirt has to be a thing now. We have to get that. All right, let's do Spurs. Right. Sorry, let's do
Man City.
Man City Everton prediction. Sorry. Tobs, we'll start with you.
Man City, Everton. I'm going to go 2-0.
Okay. Lee, what about you, bro?
4-1.
Okay. Turkish has gone with 4-1 as well to Man City. Saeed.
I'm gonna go Man City to win 4-0.
Big. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win. Hugh.
3-1.
Okay. And Grizz.
You're meat.
Oh, no. You trying it?
You're back now.
Oh, he's trying it. I'm gonna go. Is Hojlund starting? Is he back?
Check
Starting
his
last
lineup, 11 Saturday morning, mate.
Did you not watch the Brentford game?
You know, Grizz, he's in a relegation battle with you. He's not going to be giving you no clues and all
No,
that.
I worked that out as soon as I saw his facial expression. I'll go.
Yeah, I don't know how you can work it out. I actually don't know the answer.
I'll go 4-0. Now I thought him in terms of injury, whatnot.
Bro.
4-0.
Okay. All right, perfect.
I'm
Me not getting
jinxing,
the
man.
results then.
I'm jinxing.
That's me not getting the result there now, just because, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Hold that. Hold that, mate. You know.
Sorry, brother. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Shush.
all you got to do is stop doing Liverpool watch-alongs, and that's how you get your payback, mate. You know what I mean?
I didn't do the last Liverpool watch along though, so don't know why he's coming at me, man.
And they
what
lost.
happened? And they lost.
They
So
lost.
keep it up. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's the trick.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You got to be there though, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
it's
you
one of
don't.
those
You
sweet-
don't. Everybody else can be there.
Okay.
You don't be there.
Okay.
You watch La Liga or Bundesliga or something else.
Well, yeah, this weekend, by the way, we will be there. Matisse, are you there?
I'm there.
Are you there this
brother.
weekend?
We are football
There
focused.
you
We will
go.
be there. We will be there. Two
Yeah,
blockbuster games.
big games.
If you know, you know. I'm not gonna tell. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Get with the
If
schedule.
you know, you know.
All right, let's end on Liverpool at home to Burnley. Again, GRIZZ routine, I'm sure.
Yeah, not much to talk about in terms of what
Oh.
I'm expecting. I'm still on the must bus. We must win our next 4 games before we play City. If we are to have any chance of maintaining this race. Obviously a huge blow, but not a crazy surprise. As I said, I had us down to drop points against Arsenal in terms of my predictions, forecasts for the remainder of the season. But yeah, we need to go on a run like we did the last time we lost in North London. We went on an 18 unbeaten run. If we do something like that again after this defeat, then we will be there or thereabouts. So yeah, Burnley at home. Konate obviously suspended, so young Kwanzaa's going to step in. And yeah, man, let's refocus and call Arsenal a blip, because that was very un-Liverpool like. Arsenal were tremendous, and we've spoken about it. Arsenal were amazing, but we weren't good at all. So yeah, man, I'm expecting a performance as well as a result, though. I don't want just one of those, no, let's just get the 3 points. Of course, I want 3 points, but I want to show us something, before we get a very difficult away trip to Brentford next weekend, the early kickoff. So yeah, that's it, really.
And just on the injury front, Thiago's out again for more time.
Yeah, look, at the start of the season, I tweeted out Thiago won't play more than 10 times this season. And again, someone told me that he's got a chronic hip injury, and doctors have told him to retire. And
really?
He didn't take their advice. I think it's safe to say now, because I don't think he'll play for Liverpool again. So I can come out with it now. And lo and behold, that's exactly how the season's panned out. He hasn't played for Liverpool, apart from the 30-second or 2-minute cameo against Arsenal at centre-back. So yeah, and a very, very sad ending to what was a crazily talented player, but just didn't work out. He just couldn't.
Because if you got a fully fit Thiago coming back into this in the title race with his passing range, Lord,
it would have been some consolation, but nah. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to play for us again. He definitely won't be offered a new contract. So, yeah, man, that's it.
It's one of them footballers that the streets won't forget, innit? The streets won't forget Thiago Alcantara.
Yeah.
Quality player, man.
Some of his passes, man, and his technique is stupid. Really, he's part of that Spanish era, isn't it? Your Xabi Alonso's and your Xavis, Iniestas, and Fabregas. He's part of that era, so he's been around for a while.
School, man. He's from that Barca school, man.
Yeah, 100%. All right, we'll get through the last few super chats and we'll get to predictions. Big up, lads. Matisse practicing for his new role as host for next season after consecutive mid-table finishes. By the way, I'm personally think Son starts. Yeah, listen. It's the only way I can stay on the show, brother. You know what I mean, Daniel? If I don't host, if I don't start pulling my weight, I'm gonna get kicked off. So this is a trial.
Big up, Daniel.
Big up, man. That's what we're doing. Extra hours. That's what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? We don't clock out. David Datcher for final masterclass. Yes.
Oh,
actually, you know what? Thank you for bringing this up, because he got an assist against City as well. Then 2 goals in the last game. He's started very well. Listen, it's gonna be tough to go to Anfield and get something, but they have a little bit of a fragile defense in the last game. I don't think it's gonna carry on, to be honest. But
who's home, by the way? Who's home? Is it Burnley home?
No, it's Liverpool. Liverpool. Yeah.
Oh, Liverpool. Okay.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. So listen, I would love it. I'd love nothing more, but I'd be surprised for sure if Burnley get a chance.
You going?
Nah.
No more fish
No,
fingers.
no
in the
big game,
green
man. Come on.
Not this week. Yeah, don't say that. It's not like that.
I was about to say the same, Saeed. It's not a big game, so he ain't,
No,
he
it's
ain't
not
going
like
to be
that,
there.
man. It's not like that, man. Family man settings, man. Come on.
Family and man settings.
No,
Family.
man.
This weekend.
Did anyone see Saeed's Saeed bottle signing?
Yeah.
Signing Mbappe on FIFA. Oh my god, I died at that. Your students would be proud, bro. Saeed.
Yeah, man.
What?
I
bro,
got sacked, by the way.
I cried tears.
Yeah.
I actually cried tears. I cried tears.
Yes. So you're gonna come and join
Yeah.
the league on? You're gonna go to Nice?
No, I actually got offered a job for Real Madrid.
No, you didn't. You started the career mode again. Don't lie. I got you. He's shameless. I knew,
Bro, I can't struggle, man.
he was gonna lie.
I'm
That's why
not about that life, man.
I
I'm
knew he
not
was
about that life, man. I'm sorry, man. I can't be struggling on like 15
Bro,
million
it's
budget,
fun.
man. I need.
No, it's fun.
Hey?
You enjoy it. You get
Nah,
loan. You
man.
get the
Well, I'm
Garnacho on
rubbish anyway.
Palestri on loan.
I've lost 2 games already in La Liga. I've already lost 2 games, so I'm. It's all
So
part
you're
of the fun.
Wait, what level do you play on? What level do you play on?
Legendary.
You gotta drop it. You gotta drop it. I dropped mine. You gotta drop it. You
Nah, I'm
dragged Man
persistent.
United down. Now you're gonna drag Ala Madrid down. What's next,
Nah,
bro?
sorry.
Just drop
If
the
you're-
thing, bro.
If you're playing with an elite team, you should be doing legendary. Like I can understand dropping it if you're playing with like a lower level.
World class. No, world class too easy, man. It's too easy, world class, man. For me.
But if you
Yeah,
see,
world class.
but if you go to a Nice and play world class, then it'd be a bit difficult because the team's not great.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But I did a poll. It was Stockport, Real Madrid. I think it was Nice, and then I just put a poll out. So then I was like,
Stockport,
cool,
you
we'll-
could have
we'll
done a
go with that.
local thing. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, but then they said, Real Madrid, they want to see some fun. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Fair. All right, last couple. After all, Turkish was right. Thiago's a flop. That's nasty.
Nasty.
That's nasty behavior right there. That's I don't know if Turkey's going to jump in right now. I'm just going to give him a moment.
He didn't lie.
Shit.
He didn't lie.
Oh dear. I think what Saeed means about Zerbi is that he lacks pragmatism. In some games, just to settle down, pick a few passes together. Even Pep slows it down. Good to see Steve on here. Bruh, that's mad. Lee, they're calling you Steve because you're bald.
Oh, no, I'm not as arrogant as him.
Oh!
That's crazy.
Judges.
Don't
I
have
love
it,
you.
man.
I love you.
Don't have it, man. Don't have
Love
it.
me.
Whole society, man.
Love you,
Big man.
judges. Come on.
You should have left him hanging. You should have left him hanging. You should see the shit that he talks on. You should see the shit he talks on Arsenal.
Oh,
man.
no, listen, I'm
would
never
never. I would
knocking
never.
Tobs. He does a lovely pina colada. I'm not getting
See?
mad.
Okay, fair.
Hey, fair play.
Last one. Hello, guys. Chaffee from Germany. Big fans from beginning. I started YouTube. Voice of Stadium TV for fans here. I was wondering if you guys can shout out. Well, listen, we already shout you out. Listen, go subscribe to Stadium TV. Do you know what I mean? Go check them out. Love for the support from the beginning. I'm sure you've seen the growth. I love it when people are on the journey from the start, and obviously everyone joining. You know, whether it's today, yesterday, last week. Big up to everybody for the support. And he says he's DM Saeed as well. All right, cool. Let's move on to predictions. Right. So what's up? We're gonna start with Tobs for Liverpool Burnley.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool.
Okay. Lee, you're next.
Well, I'm going to go that Arsenal have knocked the stuffing out and confidence out of Liverpool. Like, you know, I am going to go Liverpool 1, Burnley 1.
Wow.
What? Whoa.
Wow.
I've got a little feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Do you know what? I'm here.
I'll message you at 5 p.m.
Hey, listen, Griezmann, relax.
If it is
Relax,
1-1, I
never
do expect that message. I do expect that message, like, you know what I mean? If
I
it is
expect
1-1.
a fucking block.
No, he's not having it.
Oh dear. Turkish has gone with Liverpool 3, Burnley 0. Saeed, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Liverpool to win 4-0 Liverpool.
Okay. I'm gonna go over 3-0 Liverpool win. Hugh.
5-0 Liverpool.
Oh, dear.
GRIZZ, what's yours?
3-0.
3-0, did you say?
Mm.
Okay, there we are.
We don't think Liverpool will score.
That's how you know he's in a title race. He's not playing around. He wants people to be dropping them points swiftly and quickly, man. All right, there we go, guys. Listen, we come towards the end of the show. It's been quality, covered everything. Prediction table will be back for next show because there's no point. There's no change. So we like cup week. Before we end, people want to know, Lee, what was you reacting to on the phone for you to be going mad like that?
Do you know, like, it was like one of my Spurs mates was having a laugh, and we was just messing about, you know, having a joke. He's a Spurs fan and was having a joke on the phone, but I didn't realise that the camera was on me at the time, and it's just like then all of a sudden it popped on. What the hell's this like? You know what I mean? And it looks a lot worse than what it actually is, like, you know. So sometimes TV can be deceiving, and that was like, you know. So there you go.
Love that. Well, guys, listen, Lee was our special guest. Make sure you go and show him extra support. Link is in the description. Lee Judges TV. Yeah, Lee Judges TV, man. Always a gentleman, always a pleasure. And subscribe to the rest of the boys as well. The link's in the description as always. And yeah, subscribe here. Make sure you smash up the likes if you haven't already. And we will see you on Monday, I think after Palace Chelsea. So I'm guessing probably 10:30, but we have to confirm. And yeah, until then, big up your damn selves in a bit, people. Peace. Come on. Turkish. You want to do it? You want to do the outro? Go on, do it. Go on, press the button. Press it.